You're listening to KOZQ, Waynesville, St. Robert, Fort Leonard Wood, Missouri. It's time for Tiger football. It's the 2023 campaign for your Waynesville Tigers. Our game is brought to you by Life Care Center, Post Spawn, Action Automotive, Air Serve Heating and Air, Baymont Inn, Bates Self Storage, Ed Wilson Auto Works, A to Z Exterminating, A-Plus Tire and Lube, On-Site Towing and Recovery, Farmers Insurance Agent Linda Tanner, Suggy's Fashion and Beauty Supply, the Marys County Bank, Seeger Toyota, the Bank of Crocker, Memorial Chapels of Waynesville, St. Robert, Ed Morris Ford, Shelter Insurance Agents Dave Hollett and John Gregory, Paul's Furniture, St. Robert Auto Supply, and Domino's Pizza of St. Robert. Let's get you to the gridiron for Waynesville Tiger football.
And a very good evening to you and yours. We are here at Tiger Stadium in Waynesville, Missouri, where we are just about 23 minutes away from getting going our first district football matchup. Again, the Waynesville Tigers, 4th seed in Class 6 District 5, set to take on the Ozark Tigers, the 5th seed here in District 5. Connor Harbert here with you today on Z102.3. Joined this week for the very first time, we've got a two-man booth. If you were listening on 97.9 this afternoon, you know I said I had a surprise, and that surprise, my very own father, the voice of the Nevada Tigers down in southwestern Missouri, Mike Harbert, joining us on the broadcast here today. And Dad, of course, we talked about it. This is the first time, not the first time you and I have ever been on the broadcast together, but it's the first time I will be taking the lead. I've been your color caster for years now, occasionally your color caster for years now, but tonight you're going to play second fiddle to me.
Absolutely. Looking forward to it as we have the action tonight. I'll let you level me out there. I know you're not used to having my booming voice on here on your broadcast, but it is a pleasure to be with you, Connor. And I've been doing play-by-play for 35, 40 years now, and it is the first time that I've done color for you or played the second banana, as you say. We've done games together. We've done summer collegiate baseball together when you would come home from Oklahoma State University, where you were a sports media major. We would split innings, and you would help me with those games before you did Chillicothe Mudcats one year. In fact, I tell people the story. The first time that you went on the air with me was when you were 14 years old, and just threw you on. We were in a blowout game for Griffins. Griffins were winning, fortunately, and threw you on the air and said, "Why don't you call a couple innings?" And you got to your first time on the radio. You got to call a home run for a guy who hit for the cycle. So that's I still tell that story. So, but at any rate, but your career's taken off, and I'm very happy that you've kind of fallen in my footsteps here a little bit. I do own radio stations, but my passion is in play-by-play, and that's what I do for the Nevada Tigers. We have the night off tonight in Class 4 District 7. They are the number 1 seed in that district, so they have the night off in a 17 district. So I thought, well, what better way to, I live about 2.5 hours from here. So I thought, what better way to spend it than to drive over to Waynesville and sit in with my son. And I knew you've been doing games solo, so I thought, hey, let's jump in and do a little color commentary. I will tell people I'm much better at play-by-play than color commentary, but I do know the game. So I'm looking forward to joining you here during the course tonight. Hopefully seeing the Waynesville Tigers get a win and move on to the district semifinals next week.
Yes, so of course it is Class 6 District 5, a 5-team district, which means only 2 teams in the district are playing here tonight. That would be, of course, Waynesville and Ozark. The rest of the district standings, number 1 seed Nixa, they get the night off, of course. Kickapoo earning the 2 seed, of course, and then Joplin earning the 3 seed. So Kickapoo and Joplin will play next week, but Waynesville or Ozark, whoever wins this matchup, they will be on the road next week to take on an undefeated Nixa Eagles squad. So a tough matchup awaits the winner of this one, but you obviously got to win this one before you move on. And so we'll see if Waynesville is up to the test here today, kind of trying to right the ship after a small losing streak here. 3 games in a row Waynesville has dropped here. So we'll see if they can get back in the winning ways against a team that I don't really think you can look at their record and say, well, this is going to be an easy win here for Waynesville here tonight. Of course, Ozark 1-8 on the season. Waynesville is 2-7, but Ozark plays in the very difficult Central Ozark Conference, the COC, and of course a conference that's lost some members, added some members, and of course we can talk about conference realignment all night, and we'll probably have some time to talk about it because we've had some developments since last week.
I have some thoughts on it for you.
Better or for worse, and yeah, I know you have some thoughts on it, but we, of course, know that the COC is a very good conference, very tough conference, teams like Nixa. And so this is not really a team you can look at the record and say, you're going to walk over them tonight.
No, they have a very difficult schedule that they play, and you have to play the likes of Nix, as you said, and the Republic, who has really been good this year. You've got Webb City in there. You've got Carthage, although it hadn't been a Carthage-like year, but they did beat Webb City during the regular season. So you have a very difficult conference in the COC. So, 1-8. You are at the bottom of that league, but you do have a little bit of a strength of schedule strength there on your side. And so certainly Waynesville, who will have to be on their top of their game here tonight to be able to move on. In Class 6, it's a little bit different in Class 6 and Class 1 than the other districts. And like in Class 4, where I'm at, it's a 7-team district. You have 7 or 8-team districts. Well, Class 6, you only have 5-team districts. There are half as many schools in Class 6 as there are in the other districts. And so it's a little bit different where you have a 5-team district, so the 4 versus 5 play, and then the top 3 seeds get a bye, where as opposed to a 7-team district, everybody but the number 1 seed is playing this week. So it's a little bit different, but I think there are advantages to having this first-round game, especially if you move on, because while teams are sitting idle, you've got a chance to keep playing, keep momentum, and then move on to the next week and hopefully keep that momentum rolling.
Absolutely here. So again, we've got a slate of games here tonight. Plenty of games, plenty of teams on a bye, so we're not going to have as many scores to report here tonight, but we will take a look at that a little bit later on here in the pregame. But just a little more background info for you. Like I said, Waynesville riding a 3-game losing streak last week, lost to West Plains 49-21, a 28-7 loss to Rolla the week before that, and then before that, you had the 42-29 loss to Bolivar. Trying to really get back to that form against Bolivar. I think the last couple weeks have honestly been a bit of a step back here for Waynesville, but that Bolivar game, you might remember, they were in it with a very strong Liberator squad for quite a while. That's what I'm looking for here today. Meanwhile, Ozark, they have not won a game since August 25th. They are currently on an 8-game losing streak. Last week, they were at Nixa, and of course, they lost that one 51-7. It's a team that averages 14 points a game here this season. Their last win did come at Carl Junction, 42-22. One of the teams headed into the new Ozark Mountain Conference there. So, Ozark, obviously, they're hungry for a win. Waynesville, they don't want their season to end just yet. Of course, you got several seniors wanting to extend upon their season after the loss on senior night, so we'll see who really gets the edge early on in this game. But we're going to go ahead and take ourselves a quick timeout. When we come back, we'll talk a little more about some keys to the game here for this one. Of course, we had a little more of technical difficulties. We had a few more technical difficulties, so we couldn't get our coach's interview in there, but I did listen into it about 5 or 6 times for you, so I kind of know what Coach Barkley told our very own Marv Luton before we got going here today. So we'll come back here in a few minutes. We'll have those keys to the game for you. But again, you're listening to Tiger Football right here on Z102.3.
Football season means one thing, tailgate parties. And for 46 years running, the best-selling tailgates have been Ford F-Series. And right now at Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert, you can get their best deals of the year on every built Ford Tough truck in stock. Hurry in today to get great low APR finance rates, big cash back, and amazing low monthly payments. So before you head to the game, head to Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert and get the ultimate tailgate for the ultimate tailgate party. Stop by now and get backed by Morse today.
Is this the sound your garage and closets make every time you open the door? Does it look like Dr. Whoopi is trying to retrieve his 3D BB? Bates Self-Storage of St. Robert can help declutter and de-stress your life. Storage units start at just $17 per month, the lowest price in the area. Located on VFW Memorial Drive, just a mile from the main gate in St. Robert. Rent by the month or by the year to receive a discounted rate. Bates Self-Storage, 797 VFW Memorial Drive, unit starting at $17 a month.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With the never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, John Gregory, your shelter insurance agent in Crocker.
Or stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your shelter insurance agent in Richland.
I told Marv, we got to get Lindbergh on the schedule. Yeah. No reason. Yeah. No reason. Yeah. Just seems like a cool school to go play. Preferably at Lindbergh. No reason.
They said you all had a good time.
I think I worded it because I know this.
Baymont Inn and Suites of St. Robert invites you to enjoy all the comforts of home at the St. Robert Hotel. Conveniently located off I-44, they're only 2 miles from Fort Leonard Wood and close to the best area attractions, including 33 original miles of historic Route 66. They're a proud supporter of the community they serve, the youth, and our military families. Baymont Inn and Suites of St. Robert, located at 139 Carmel Way in St. Robert.
Again?
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
What you put off maintaining today could cost you more later on. When it comes to your vehicle's tires, it's essential for your safety and the safety of others that your tire pressure, tread, and sidewalls are in good shape. Drive with peace of mind.
A-Plus Tire and Lube has all your automotive needs covered, from inspections, oil changes, tires, brakes, and other minor repairs. Our technicians can diagnose problems you're having with your vehicle. We have all the tools and knowledge to fix you up and get you back on the road. Stop in today, 615 Historic Route 66 West in Waynesville.
Pests can really bug you. I know they bug me. But you can get rid of all types of pests and protect your family, home, and environment by calling the folks at A to Z Exterminating. A to Z Exterminating provides the best pet and human-friendly treatments 7 days a week and education to help you keep your home pest-free. And of course, reasonable prices. A to Z Exterminating for your home or lawn, whether it's an emergency or you want to schedule an appointment, call today at 573-336-4448. A to Z Exterminating, offering the best service throughout the area.
Mechanic. Oh, yeah, the blue sedan. Yeah, you brought that in when? Like 2 days ago? Oh, yeah, 2 weeks ago. I got 3 of my best men on it now. Hey, Ronnie, turn up the tunes and pass the nachos. Work time was yesterday.
Your life can't wait. That's why here at Action Automotive of St. Robert, we take time to walk you through what's going on with your vehicle and come up with an affordable solution. From engine overhauls to oil changes, Action Automotive of St. Robert has you covered. Action Automotive St. Robert.
And once again, back here at Tiger Stadium here in Waynesville, where we are just about 12 minutes away from our first district matchup here of the fall 2023 season, which of course sees the Waynesville Tigers playing at home as the 4 seed in the district against the 5-seeded Ozark Tigers. Again, Connor Harbert here with you today, joined by my father, Mike Harbert. He will be joining me on color commentary as we move on in now to some keys for the game. We might have to break this segment up a little bit. They have brought the band out onto the field, so might have to send it on over to a break real quick, but we have a little bit of time to maybe go over some offensive keys to the game here today, and I really think it all starts out with, as always, can you get Michael Kelsey Jr. and Tal Ossie going early in this contest? Of course, Kelsey Jr., well over 1,000 yards here for the season. Ossie, I think he's above 800 on the year last time I checked there, so it really all depends on if you can get 1 or 2 of those guys going. Of course, Kelsey Jr. last week had the big game against West Plains, 3 touchdowns in that contest. So you're going to want to get him the ball. Hopefully he can break off a few of those long runs that he's really started to make a habit as of late. And again, if you get going early on in this game, I think you'll have a much better chance of getting going here in this one. So we do have the national anthem coming up here. Apologies, kind of poorly timed this one here. Like I said, my first segment went on a little bit longer here today, but we will come back in about 2 minutes. We'll continue on with our keys to the game in this one. Don't go anywhere. Tiger football right here on Z102.3.
For over 50 years, Post Pawn in St. Robert has been offering the best prices in the area on firearms, ammunition, and shooting and reloading supplies. Also, find new and used military clothing and gear, as well as pre-owned power tools and compound bows, and new and used musical instruments and supplies. Get a 90-day layaway on anything. And if you have your guns shipped to Post Pawn or selling them to another individual, they only charge a $25 transfer fee. That's Post Pawn in the Gateway Shopping Center in St. Robert.
As the road you travel changes, so can your insurance needs. Talking with Farmers Insurance Agent Linda Tanner can help you assess whether you're ready for the journey ahead. Call Farmers Agent Linda Tanner today at 573-426-3241. That's Farmers Insurance Agent Linda Tanner, 573-426-3241.
We are farmers. Bum, ba, dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Shuggy's Fashion and Beauty Supplies in St. Robert sells cosmetics, clothing, and accessories for women. Miss Shuggy is kind and knowledgeable about hair and related products, gives great deals, and can also special order items. Shuggy's Fashion and Beauty Supplies offers a wide selection of beauty supplies, hair accessories, purses, pictures, and even men's products. Open 9 to 7 every day but Sunday, Shuggy's Fashion and Beauty Supplies is a hidden gem in St. Robert. Check out Shuggy's Fashion and Beauty Supplies today at 1018 Missouri Avenue in St. Robert.
Seeger Toyota of St. Robert is the place to go to find just the right pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV. We have over 22 different makes in stock and over 200 units available, with over 70 being Toyotas. So if you've not been able to find what you want or need, it could be we have it right here and ready for you. And if you just want to sell one of your vehicles, for whatever reason, we buy cars every day and with less hassle than those online companies. Plus, we deliver on our promises and have been for over 50 years. That's Seeger Toyota of St. Robert, next to Walmart and at SeegerToyota.net.
And once again, back here at Tiger Stadium here in Waynesville. Again, we are just about 8 minutes away now from opening kickoff here in this district football matchup. The Waynesville Tigers taking the field. They are set to take on the Ozark Tigers here today. So yet another Tigers v. Tigers matchup. Very, very common here in Missouri, but Waynesville trying to prolong their season for another week in what will certainly be, actually guaranteed to be, the last home game of the regular season, not the regular season, excuse me, the last home game of the year, period. As once, if you get past here tonight, you'll be facing off against Nixa in Nixa next week in a very, very nice stadium is what I've been being told. But again, it's Connor Harbert here with you today, Z102.3, joined by Mike Harbert. He will be on the color commentary here today. As we continue on with our keys to the game, let's go ahead and shift on over to the defensive side of the ball here today, because I think defensively is where things are going to be most important. This Ozark team, they do not score a lot, but what they do is pass the football quite a bit. They're certainly a balanced team. You wouldn't really expect that from a team that is 1-8 on the year, but they certainly can pass. They're just under 200 attempts for the season. Waynesville, as we know, not quite the passing team on the offensive side of the ball, but the secondary is going to need to be ready today. As we saw in the game last week against West Plains, beat deep several times in that game. I will say Ozark does not have a guy like Briggs Houston. You're not going to be seeing any 6'6", 220-pound receivers here tonight running deep routes down the sideline, but you will still see a team that knows how to air out the football. And if you let guys get behind you here tonight, like you did against West Plains, you're going to get scored on here tonight. So it's going to be a tough test here for the secondary, of course, up front. You're going to be outsized here today, looking over the heights and weights. Ozark does seem to have the size advantage there as well, so you're going to have to get low, get the push, and really create some space on the offensive side, and of course sneak on through. On the defensive side, maybe use your athleticism that we've talked about Waynesville all season long. You've got the athletes, you just got to get around the size here for Ozark. But we are about to meet at midfield here. We'll see who takes the captainship here today for Waynesville. I will say Bishop Godwin not dressed out here this week. Of course, we made a big hullabaloo last week on senior night. Turned out that was mostly ceremonial, so it will still look like it'll be Castro and Most kind of leading the way as far as the quarterbacks are concerned. Will say as well, though, we were slightly concerned on the defensive side of the ball. Franklin Myers getting hurt late in the game against West Plains. He is dressed out here tonight. So it will look like Waynesville will have a little bit of added help at the linebacker position there. Myers is ready to go. Mason Perez, though, he is still not dressed out. He is still hurt. So still without Perez here will be the Waynesville defense. Just the eyeball test here, looking for some more players who are not dressed out here tonight. Don't really see much other than what we've pretty much already known throughout the course of the year. So Waynesville relatively healthy here for this game. Brandon Howard, of course, he's been good to go for several weeks now. Obviously, you've got the two QBs going at it here today. Josh Way, he's all right. He will be good to go. He will probably start at wingback today. So we'll see what Waynesville really looks at first time coming through on offense, who is the first one out there on your first drive. But either way, again, first week of the district football season, got to lay it all on the line here tonight. There's no do-overs, no second chances. You lose here tonight, you are done. And so, you got to give it everything you got if you want to keep playing, if you don't want your fall to come to an early end. Of course, we are not the only game going on here in the area tonight. Several teams on a bye, but you still have several quarterfinals to talk about here. We'll go ahead and go over a few of them. Of course, we are the only Class 6 district game in the area, so we'll be watching that one today. Camdenton and Rolla taking each other on down in Class 5, District 5 here tonight. North Point and Washington battling Capital City. Those are your other Class 5 games in the area. I see they kind of extended it a little bit here for this one. Don't think we've really followed Capital City, at least as far as where my source for this year. But you do have some other Class 5 District 6 games. Branson and Glendale playing each other today. Republic and Parkview, and then Willard and Central. Down in Class 4, you've got Rogersville and Hillcrest. You've got West Plains and Monette, and McDonald County and Marshfield. Class 4, District 7, Carl Junction takes on Lincoln College Prep. Grandview takes on Center, and Harrisonville takes on Southeast out of Kansas City. Of course, that is Nevada's district. Nevada earning the bye. By the way, I am from Nevada, Missouri, if you didn't already know that throughout the year. Class 3, Mountain Grove versus Clever, Eldon versus Buffalo, and Salem versus St. James. That game's actually been postponed, Salem versus St. James. Do not know the full reason why, but that game has been postponed. Cassville and Aurora, Mount Vernon and Hollister, Reed Spring and East Newton. Down in Class 2, you've got Liberty and Catholic, Forsyth and Willow Springs, and Stratford and Houston. Diamond Sarcoxy, Adrian Stockton, El Dorado Springs versus Butler. Down in Class 1, Miller versus Haiti. And then in 8-man today, you've got Greenfield versus Jasper. So that is your entire slate of games, at least as far as the Ozark, southwestern Missouri, and as it turns out, even toward Jefferson City goes here today. But we'll follow along with as many scores as we can get here tonight. We'll check in at halftime and, of course, after today's game here as well. So we've got about 3 minutes left to go here in pregame. Still yet to meet at midfield.
Yeah, it's almost like both teams came out a little bit early. They've both been standing on their sidelines for several minutes waiting to come out, but there's a particular time on the clock where you come out, and I think that's the 3-minute mark where you have the captains come out, and that is the case. So it's like both teams came out very early, and they've been standing around for the last 3 or 4 minutes just waiting for that clock to hit 3 minutes, and now the captains are on their way out.
So it looks like the captains today for Waynesville, Mason Perez, of course, injured, but still taking the captainship here today. Michael Kelsey Jr., the junior running back, will be a captain today. Also out there as well, Matthew Stump will be a captain here today. Kyle Wilking, also a captain, and then did miss that last number. I believe that was number 51, which of course would be Caden Ausler, a captain here today for Waynesville. Do not see the Ozark numbers. They're with the white jerseys and the red numbering here today, so it won't be too hard to identify them, but I do see at least number 4. That would be Jordan Giles. He is an inside linebacker. Also, you have your QB out there as well. Peyton Russell, like I said, he's somebody who's going to air it out here today, so he's a sophomore QB. He'll also be a captain here in this one. I'm reading number 5, which would be Frankie Muniz, a senior outside linebacker, 5'10", 170 pounds. He will be a captain. You have one more out there who is not dressed out. So much like Mason Perez for Waynesville, it looks like maybe an injured senior being a captain here for this game. So again, win, you move on. Lose, you're done. Maybe a little bit of added pressure, but maybe that pressure may be good here for Waynesville, as you know you're playing for a lot.
Well, if you're a person who sees the glass as half full, you see this as a brand new start to your season. The regular season doesn't matter anymore. You've got a chance to start 0-0. Win, you keep winning, you keep moving on, and that's what Waynesville will try to do exactly here tonight. Just get that win, move on to the next week.
So it sounds like Waynesville has won the toss. They will defer to the second half, which means Ozark will receive. And so we'll get a chance to see here this Waynesville defense. Like I said, it's going to be a big day, I think, for the secondary because Ozark, they have a passing game. They're probably not going to shy away from it. They have a pretty good completion rate. And, of course, you and I were talking. Should I call you Mike or Dad for this week?
Go Mike. Yeah.
You usually get on to me about that, so I wanted to make sure. But
Mike is good tonight.
So we know they have a pretty high completion rate, which you said most likely leads to a lot of short passes. Maybe not too many deep down the field, but maybe some screens, which we have seen a lot in the last few weeks. Some screens, maybe some ins and outs, some slant routes across the middle. Not really doing a lot of deep throws. About 10 yards per pass play, I think, here for the quarterback, Russell, this season.
Yeah, if your percentage at the high school level is about 65%, that's pretty high. That's honestly, a very good level, especially for a sophomore quarterback. And I'll be curious to see what they do. I've got to believe with that kind of percentage that they do throw a lot of tunnel screens, maybe bubble screens, some swing passes, things like that. I'm sure they have the ability to go downfield, but I'm almost wondering if they use their passing game as their running game with those short passes and try to make their way methodically down the field that way.
So, of course, we'll have to answer all those questions here on this first drive. But as it stands, Tyrell Finn on to kick it away. We'll see if they go for the hooch kick to start this game out. One man back to receive here for Ozark. That would be Rory Banks, a sophomore wide receiver. Again, the only man back here for Ozark. But Finn's ready to go. approaches the football, kick is up and away, and it's going to be a deep kick to start things out. Going to the left here, they're going to let it roll. As it rolls into the end zone, it'll be a touchback, and Ozark's first drive today will start at the 25-yard line. The 20-yard line, apologies. So, we'll get it going here on the 20. Again, Ozark, a team, listening to Coach Barkley talk about the Tigers before this game, they're a team that's going to try to confuse you. They're not going to let you get really set into anything in particular. They'll throw multiple formations. They'll run, they'll pass.
I think this is the game where the Waynesville defense can come out and set the tone, though. You're facing a team that's only averaging 14 points a ball game. Get some 3-and-outs. Get that momentum defensively.
Well, as you can see here, they're going to line up 11 deep. Now come up to the line here, trying to mask their formation to the line. Going to send a man in motion. Russell hands it off here on first down. Not going to find a whole lot of room here. Maybe finds about 1 yard or so on the carry. That was Parker Elliott. Listed on the roster as an inside linebacker, so maybe some two-way players tonight for Ozark. But nowhere to go here as Yadel Santana Horta finds a tackle here for, again, no gain.
Nice job by Santana Horta, the defensive end on the left side. He was able to crash through the offensive line of Ozark, got penetration. He forced that play to the outside, tripped up the running back, and no gain on the play.
Again, going to come up 11-man line here. That's going to be very annoying for me all night tonight. Going to be two backs in the backfield with a third man sent in motion once more. Russell again going to hand it off here. Again, it's going to be a carry. This time a few more yards, though. Again on the carry, that'll be Parker Elliott once more.
Well,
and it's going to set up third and short.
Sorry, Connor. That time the DN gets sealed off, and that opened up the outside edge and allows the runner to get 7 yards, maybe 8 on that carry. I've been doing play-by-play for almost 40 years, and I have never seen an offense come out in a line of 11 players in a single line. I've never seen this before.
Ball on the right hash now, same formation. Jordan Giles sent in motion. Russell taking the snap, another handoff here. Shakes away from one would-be tackler, has the first down, gets to about the 36 or so. And after Waynesville stops the first play, they go to essentially the same look 2 times in a row. And it looks like they've pretty much perfected that one here. It's first down and 10, ball in the 35.
I had a chance to get him down in the backfield as Elliott got hit in the backfield by, Connor, you're going to help me out here, but Caden Orsler, did I say that right?
Ausler.
Caden Ausler had contact in the backfield, just didn't get him wrapped up. Hit him too high, got him up around the shoulder pads. You got to get down low to bring down a back that big.
First down and 10. Again, ball on the 35. 10:30 left to go here in the first quarter. Same formation here once again. No movement this time. Just another handoff here to Elliott. Elliott going to be wrapped up here, but just moving his feet here again. Inside linebacker on the roster, 6'2", 215 pounds. Maybe saw something that West Plains did last week with their big fullback. Maybe saw a weakness there. And they're going to gain themselves another 7 yards for second and 3.
You don't see many tailbacks at the high school level go 6'2", 215 pounds. Normally they're smaller, lighter guys, but he gets that running start from 7 yards back behind the line of scrimmage, and he has used that size to motor his way for a 7-yard carry.
We did talk about it in the pregame. They definitely outsize Waynesville here tonight. Ozark does. Giles on the right side, this time sent toward the left. Another handoff, new running back in the ball game. This guy a little bit speedier as he gets to about the 44 or so. He's not going to get the first down on the carry that time. Jack Bowers.
But a good job by the Waynesville defense that time. They stuffed the hole. He had to kick it to the outside. Good pursuit to the outside, holding to a gain of 1. Big third down play here because I don't think Ozark's in 4-down territory as of yet.
Jack Bowers, leading rusher for the Tigers this season. That being his 99th attempt on the year, 616 yards. An average of 6.3 yards per carry here this season. Third down and 2. Ball again on the 43, actually. They'll line up. They'll pack in the line here. Pistol formation, handoff to Russell, and the tackle in the backfield. They're going to lose a yard, and it's going to bring up 4th down and 3.
That's the defensive end who comes crashing from the left side as Santana Horta. He came hard. Nobody touched him. He took advantage, loss of 2, and see what Ozark does here on 4th and 4. And as I said, not 4-down territory yet. They're going to punt.
Yeah, it looks like a whole new unit going to come on the field here as they'll line up to punt. Dropping back to receive here for Waynesville, of course, will be Johnny Hedrick. On to punt here.
Sam Clark is the punter.
Sam Clark, thank you. Clark listed as a defensive back here. Actually, a receiver as well. But he'll punt it away. Solid punt. Hedrick going to fall on the ground here. Ball is loose, and it looks like Ozark may have recovered.
Well, that's one of those. You just got to let it go. If you're coming up hard, you're running on your heels, so the ball is bouncing, hits him right in the bread basket, and he can't hang on to it. That's one of those where if you're not confident, just get out of the way, let it go. If it rolls 20 yards, it rolls 20 yards, but you can't risk that muff. And Ozark in great shape.
Yeah, tried to fall to his knees to pick up that punt there. At that point, just let it bounce and take the poor field position if you must. But that's going to be a big gain here for Ozark, essentially. And they'll get a whole new set of downs now on the Waynesville 37-yard line. 8:24 left to go in the first. Giles set in motion toward the left. Handoff here to Elliott. Elliott's got a nice hole here. Hit. Jumps in the air as he's hit. Spins around a little bit, but it looks like he's got a small gain here. Modest gain, maybe about 3 or 4 yards. As he'll get to the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 3 on the play, so 2nd down and 7.
The 5'4", 195-pounder Franklin Myers upends him. He has to go low at 5'4". He hit him down around the legs, upended him, and holds him to a 3-yard gain.
Of course, Myers, the Rick Vernon player of the game, homecoming a few weeks ago. Also the team leader in interceptions as well. Has 3 of them, if I do believe. 2nd down and 7. Still in pistol formation. Another handoff here to Elliott. Elliott right up the middle. Had a huge gap to run through. And he'll get around to the 25-yard line. And so the muff punt really leads to another thought here. Mental mistakes like that are going to cost you this game. You can't afford to give this Ozark team, again, who normally struggles on offense, any more chances than they would normally get.
Mistakes are going to be certainly key in a game where you got 2 teams that are this close. But if I'm Ozark, I just keep running between the guards because Waynesville hasn't got it figured out yet.
Well, they certainly seem to be playing on the size advantage here. Elliott still in the ball game here. He'll again line up 7 yards deep. Snap, handoff once more to Elliott. Tries to juke off to his left. Gets away from one tackler, but the rest of Waynesville, they're able to flock to the ball here and keep it to a small gain. Looks to be maybe about 1 or 2.
Myers got him hit him
second and 8.
Myers hit him in the backfield, but Elliott went down just as low. They went shoulder pad, and Elliott bounced off and picked up about a half a yard on the play, but still good penetration by Myers to get into the Ozark backfield.
So it looks like they gave him actually just a few inches here, so scratch that. Maybe 2nd down, 9.5. Ball again on the 26-yard line, almost halfway through this first quarter already. Pitch out this time, back in the game. Jack Bowers here as he tries to find the sideline. Still looking for a room to cut it up. Now does. He'll be pushed out of bounds here, but not before he finds a sizable chunk. Still going to be 3rd down, but 3rd down and short looks to be 3rd and 1.
Good patient run there by Jack Bowers. He went to the outside, and Waynesville just trying to string that play out, make the sideline a defender. But Bowers eventually was able to find a route forward, and now they are in 4-down territory here on 4th and 2 from the 17-yard line.
Well, it's actually third down.
Okay, the down marker.
But you are right. It is 4-down territory. Waynesville will need to find 2 more stops here on this drive if they want that football back. We do not know if they have a kicker per se, but we'll see. Handoff here to Elliott. Elliott's got room. He's got the 1st down. He's to the 10 as we wrap down here, and it's going to be 1st down and goal. They'll put it about the 9.
Touchdown saving tackle there by Amon Fowler on the outside edge. If he gets by him, he's in the end zone, but he wrapped him up around the ankles, able to get him down. Ball right on the 10-yard line, so that makes it 1st and goal.
So again, 1st and goal from the 9. Now as we are officially halfway through this first quarter, a very Rolla-esque.
And Ozark, if you talk about as a passing offense, has not passed the ball once.
Do not necessarily need to pass
no, that's what
just
I'm saying.
yet here with the way they've moved the football. Handoff here to Elliott once more between the guard and tackle. Gets about 3 yards here. He's going to get himself to about the 6-yard line.
Yeah, exactly the point. They don't need to throw when you got a guy like Elliott who can just power his way up the field, and he is getting positive yardage on almost every carry. Only 1 negative play coming down the field. And remember, Waynesville muffed that punt to give Ozark the ball back, or else Waynesville hopefully is on the Ozark side of the 50-yard line getting ready to score. So a key mistake there. Now Ozark trying to cash in.
Yeah, and if you want some info, by the way, Elliott, no rushing yards this season. Almost feels like this was an adjustment for Waynesville only.
Certainly looks like it.
2nd down and goal again from the 6 now. Another handoff here to Elliott. Going to lower his shoulder, going to punch through. Gets to about the 3 or 2 yard line this time. And again, it's going to be 3rd down and goal. Waynesville has been at times effective in these goal line stands, but we'll see what they have here.
Again, I would expect the double 4s out there, 44 and Elliott, to get this handoff. As long as he's getting positive yardage, you just keep feeding him the rock, and he's going to try to make his way into that black and orange end zone.
What is essentially now a 7-minute drive. Can't technically count it a 7-minute drive. You had that muff punt in the middle of it, but again, that clock continues to run and run and run. 3rd down and 3, 3rd down and goal from the 3. Again, 1 back in the backfield. Elliott gets the handoff. Myers gets there, and actually they're going to find a huge loss here on 3rd down. Like I said, this team can sometimes turn it into a whole new gear.
Santana Horta again crashing his defensive end. He's selling out. If they fake that handoff and go to the outside, Waynesville's going to be in trouble. But Santana Horta is selling out. He's crashing, and he's making it paid off down a couple of different chances, getting Elliott in the backfield, and that ended up being a 3-yard loss. 4th down and goal from the 5. Big play coming up.
Obviously a big opportunity here. Waynesville failed to stop the first 4th down, but we'll see if they can get it here. Again, they'll line up 11 deep. Jack Bowers back in at running back, by the way, but so in the backfield is Elliott as well. Elliott will take a spot more like a fullback this time through. Trying to jump the snap count here, now looking toward the sideline. Waynesville not jumping here, and that's going to lead to a timeout taken here by Ozark.
Yeah, play clock was down to 1 second. Had to call timeout.
So Waynesville, the discipline, avoids jumping on the snap count and making this 4th down play just a little bit easier. Let's take ourselves a break. We'll come back here in just a few moments. You're listening to Tiger Football, Z102.3.
As the years go by, everything gets older. Even the new seeds just planted. Getting older means getting wiser. And in the banking business, that means keeping up with the times. For 112 years, the Bank of Crocker has met the needs of the Fort Worth area and exceeded those needs with the most modern banking services available. With Android and Apple mobile banking apps. And at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is a click away no matter where you are. Personal hometown service, however, has not changed. That's one thing that's stayed the same as the Bank of Crocker turns 112. The Bank of Crocker, with 4 locations in Crocker, Richland, Waynesville, and St. Robert. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Going back to it here, 4th down and 5. 3 minutes, 50 seconds left to go here in this first quarter. Waynesville has not run an offensive play. This defense has been out in the field now for 8 minutes, but one play to decide here. Again, 4th down and goal from the 5. Again, Bowers in the backfield. Elliott, your fullback. They'll send Giles in motion. Fakes the handoff here, looking toward the air. Actually going to try to keep it himself here. Jump pass. That ball is going to fall incomplete. And Waynesville will come up with a big turnover on down. So Ozark finally goes to the air for the first time. Might have had Elliott on the flat.
Yeah, I think he did. He had Elliott open in the flat, but the quarterback, Peyton Russell, undecided about what he wanted to do. He thought about tucking and tried to run. Figured out that wasn't going to work. So then he pulled up and threw a pass. And the pass was off the mark to Elliott, and a good defensive stand for Waynesville, overcoming the muff punt earlier in the drive.
A very Mahomes-esque jump pass, just kind of looking for anybody there. Almost even found Elliott, who laid out for that football, but just out of the reach of his fingertips, and so Waynesville takes over. Long way to go, but first down and 10 from their own 5-yard line. So it looks like starting QB today, that's going to be... Actually, they're going to go with the 2 running back set here to start things out here. As Tao Ossie takes the snap, bounces out toward the right here. He's got an opportunity for some yardage. He's going to get up the sideline before he's finally pushed out of bounds, but not before he gets a first down. All the way to about we'll see where they spot this football. They will put it all the way at the 19-yard line. Gain of 14 on the play here for Tao Ossie. But going to the 2 running back set the first time through. We've seen it several times this year. They'll just stick Kelsey Jr. and Ossie in the backfield, and they'll let him run.
Good job by Ossie to recognize the middle. Just wasn't going to work. He kicked it to the outside, found the sideline, gets there, backs off that goal line.
Same formation. Rashad Joshua, your wingback, lined up to the left. Another snap here, this time Kelsey Jr., but he's going to be wrapped up in the backfield. Still moving his feet, though. Actually gets beyond the line of scrimmage. Nice effort there. Kelsey Jr., of course, we talk about Ossie as the power runner.
Got an injured Ozark player on the field.
We usually talk about Ossie as the power runner, but Kelsey Jr. showing off the power a little bit there. But yeah, we do have an injured Ozark player trying to get a number for you. Again, Ozark with the white jerseys and the red numbers, so not too hard here, but laying down. Can't figure it out yet. But let's go ahead and take a timeout. I'll let you know when we come back. Anyway, no score. 3:06 left to go in the first. Tigers with the football. You're listening to Waynesville Tiger Football here on Z102.3.
Life giver. Nurturer.
Hero. Best friend.
They were our happy place, our inspiration. They were who helped create the fabric of our own existence. And now they're gone. But not ever forgotten.
At Memorial Chapels and Crematory, respecting your wishes, serving your family, and keeping your memories safe is what matters most to us.
Johnny Williams, the injured Ozark Tiger, as we come back. Williams, a defensive lineman, 6'5", 210 pounds.
Big guy. You don't want to lose those kind of players. Big guy, 6'5", 210.
He is helped off under his own power, though. He will walk with the trainers, but not going to be returning to the game here just yet. You have to take at least one play out.
And as you mentioned, Connor, on that last play before the injury, good job just keeping the legs churning, gaining positive yardage, 2nd down and 7. Don't get behind the chains.
Yeah, rewarded with 3 yards here. For the first time, a quarterback in the ball game as Castro hands it off here to Ossie. Ossie trying to get anything he can here, but only finds a couple. And it's going to be 3rd down and about maybe 5 to go here. Ossie getting the workload here, at least a couple carries here.
Ozark stuff in the middle part of the defensive line. They just built a brick wall there. Tough to get through. Jaron Jenkins, 6'3", 200-pounder, stuffing along with some buddies, stuffing it at the line of scrimmage.
Two running backs back in the game, Kelsey Jr. and Aussie in the backfield with Josh Way, the wing back to the right. Ball's in the middle of the field here. Kelsey Jr., the direct snap. He'll move off to the right here, falls forward, but around the first down marker, and I think Waynesville might have an interesting choice here. We'll see if they spot it first of all.
I think you got a first down. Well, they took it back.
I think they're going to put it here 1 yard shy, and so we'll see what Waynesville does here.
And get a real favorable spot there. Well, the line judge was actually standing on the 30. By the time he got to the hash mark, he went backwards a yard. So 4th down and a yard. Looks like they're going to go for it. The tandem running backs in the backfield is an offense that the Lamar Tigers made famous during their 7 consecutive state championships, and that's kind of what this Waynesville offense is running tonight.
Well, Castro is on the field. Brian Castro, also the team's punter. 2 backs in the backfield, though, but this isn't the punt formation. They're going to go for it here. Castro going to take the snap, hand it off here. Kelsey Jr. trying to find space. It's going to form at about the 30, but did he get enough?
I don't like where that spot's going. If he got it, it's not by much.
They're going to march on in here. We'll see where they place this football.
Needs to be right on the line.
But it'll be great field position for Ozark if they didn't get there.
This may take a measurement. Normally on a turf field, you don't have to have measurements because the markings are so good. But yeah, they're going to measure for this one.
We haven't gotten a whole lot of measurements here this season, but
usually, like I said, on a turf field, because your markings are really accurate, you can usually tell pretty accurately without bringing the chains in. But this one's close enough that they're going to bring it out there.
Now, it looks like the tail end of that football is on the line, but we'll have to see here. Our chain gang, of course, marching out onto the field. They'll stretch it out as far as possible. And it looks like I think they're going to be short. It's going to be a turnover on downs here, and it's going to be Ozark football. No, haven't signified it just yet. Well, making it tense here.
Jordan Giles, they may have to get the index card out there.
And Jordan Giles out there signifying Ozark ball, but they're going to say first down Waynesville.
I thought we were going to do the old index card that they did in the NFL one time where they run the index card down and see if the ball touches.
Well, either way, Kelsey Jr. got a millimeter more than he needed. And so this drive will continue on here. Let's try to avoid anything closer than that here tonight as Aiden Most comes out into the field. He'll run the next play here at QB for the first time. And, of course, Most, more of a runner than Castro would be. So, does give him a few options as Taoasi somewhere on the field here. Now actually coming back in. I don't think Waynesville necessarily...
Still got time. 12 seconds on the play clock.
Kelsey Jr. will actually line up at wingback this time with Aussie in the backfield, as it'll be a reverse back the other way here. Kelsey Jr. again on the carry. Finds himself a couple yards here. We don't normally see Kelsey Jr. operate from that spot, but...
Oh, it's a good play, though, because you run a little misdirection in the backfield, running off that wing, and that's a play that I'm familiar with because the Veda Tigers run a lot out of the pistol wing. But you get that you get everybody going one way, but you got the wing back going the other way, this time to the right. And it really creates a lot of misdirection and confusion for the defense. Although he picked up 3 yards, it's still 3 positive yards.
2nd down and 7 here. Just 45 seconds left to go in the first quarter now. Again, Waynesville's first offensive drive. Castro a handoff this time. Aussie on the carry, runs right into the pile. He'll be pushed backwards here, and it looks like that one's going nowhere. It's going to be 3rd down and 7.
A little bit too much hesitation in the backfield. You got to set up, go into that spot and go. A little bit too much dancing around in the backfield. Just get to that spot and go. Did pick up a yard, but 3rd down and 6 as time's going to run out here at the end of the quarter.
As always, just 1 yard off here. Again, 20 seconds left to go here in the quarter, so we'll see if Waynesville runs a play. Aiden Most running it in from the sideline. Looks like in the backfield here, you are going to have Kelsey Jr. Josh Way back in the game at the wingback spot, but now you only have 5 seconds. Clock down to 4 and 3 and 2. They're going to try to get in the jump, and I think they did it.
They did it.
They caught Ozark maybe being a little bit too overeager on the final play of the quarter. And it looks like they're going to get 5 yards here on 3rd down and make this play just a little bit easier.
The guy right over the top of the football, too, Ruben Avarzu, 6 foot, 230-pounder. Nose guard right over the top of the football, got antsy and jumps in the neutral zone. Get a free 5 yards going to the second quarter.
So no scores. We head on into the second quarter of play, but Waynesville will still control the football. 3rd down and 1 when we come back. Back in 60, you're listening to Waynesville Tiger Football right here on Z102.3.
We all have our faves.
I love baseball.
I love football.
Basketball is my game.
But there's one thing we all love. Pizza! If you need to satisfy that competitive appetite, we got your slice right here.
Domino's Pizza in St. Robert is the pizza during and after the game. Try the perfect combo deal. Pizza, side, and a drink for $19.99. Try Domino's Mix and Match is only $6.99. Check it out online at Domino's.com or call your order in at 573-336-3400. Domino's Pizza, 213 St. Robert Boulevard. Looking for a great career? Domino's Pizza St. Robert is hiring all positions. Apply online at jobs.dominos.com.
Starting up the second quarter here, no score in this district first round matchup, this district quarterfinal, if you will. But of course, the only game in Waynesville's district here. No score, but Waynesville controlling the football. It's going to be 3rd down and 1, ball on their own 39-yard line. Connor Harbit here with you, Mike Harbit as well. I was about to say a Harbit family tradition, but that would be a straight up lie. First time this has ever happened.
First time it's ever happened.
So, 3rd down and 1 here. Waynesville going to line up one wide receiver to the left. In the backfield, Kelsey Jr. alongside Aiden Moss. Snap comes to Kelsey Jr. He's got the first down and then some. He's past midfield. Is he going to be caught? I do not think so, at least not for a while. He's to the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. He will not hear the Tiger roar. Touchdown, Waynesville. Michael Kelsey Jr., the 61-yard touchdown run. But,
no flags.
No flags. You worried me there for a second, but this one will not be coming back here as Kelsey Jr. finds himself yet another long touchdown run. They've really become a habit here for him late in the season.
Great run off the left side. The left side of the offensive line opened up a big hole. He found it and then used the speed to go down the left sideline outside the numbers and found the end zone.
First play of the second quarter after a rare scoreless quarter. Tyrell Finn now on to attempt the PAT. Snap was low. That one didn't stand much of a chance here as Ozark burst immediately through the line, blocked that kick.
Never got the ball elevated.
It'll be a 6-0 score. But 6 points is 6 points. Again, 61 yards here for Michael Kelsey Jr. And we'll carry that 6-0 score here into the break. Back in 60, you're listening to Tiger Football, Z102.3.
It's October savings all month long at your Napa Parts Store St. Robert Auto Supply. See better and drive safer with $16 off a pair of Trico Silicone, Edge, and Force wiper blades. Save up to 30% on Mobil 1 Extended Performance Synthetic Motor Oil. And get ready for the colder weather with ISO Heat Injector Cleaner, Water Remover, and Full Line Antifreeze, now $3.29 each. It's all at your Napa Parts Store St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue. Get the good stuff 7 days a week.
Move it, buddy. Let's go, man. The light's green, man. The gas pedal's the one on the right.
Need a quick tow?
On-Site Towing and Recovery provides 24-hour local towing and accident recovery services. On-Site Towing and Recovery, the only number you need to know. 573-337-4474, where you always get 5-star service.
Kick as we come back here, high arcing kick. Fair catch is going to be called here, taking notes from West Plains last week, and so Ozark will have the ball. Pretty darn good field position here as we come back. It'll be starting 1st down and 10, ball on the 36-yard line. 6-0 our score, though. Waynesville strikes first. First play of the second quarter, 61 yards for Michael Kelsey Jr. Yet another long touchdown run for him here this season, but we'll see if this Waynesville defense can hold here.
Well, now that Ozark has the wind at their back, again, in the first quarter, they had to go against that wind. It's blowing pretty well from right to left. Now that they got the wind at their back, let's see if they go to the air a little bit more.
Parker Elliott is still in the game here at running back. Again, no rushing yards into this week. A new look here for the Tigers. He'll get the handoff here on 1st down. Simple run just up the middle here. Finds maybe a couple. It's going to be piled up on around the 40-yard line here. It'll be 2nd down and maybe about 7.
Yeah, Ozark definitely going with the 4 yards on a cloud of dust theory here tonight. They're just going to go power football. 4 yards there. You get 4 yards, every play. You're going to get first downs and just go right down the field. So right now, Waynesville has got to find a way, even though they're outsized, they have got to find a way to get penetration, at least try to clog it up in the backfield until they get some help.
So 2nd down and 6. They do get 4 yards here on 1st down. Same formation. Ball lined up on the left hash. Russell going to send a man in motion. Whistle. Plays whistle
False
dead
start.
here.
False
Waynesville
start.
wants a false start, and they're going to get it. So back him up 5 yards here. Still 2nd down, but 2nd down now and 11 here for Ozark.
That definitely puts Waynesville's defense in a better light here, putting that down marker behind the chains. Now, again, an Ozark team that can throw the ball a little bit, so They've only tried to throw once, unsuccessfully, on a 4th down play down by the goal line. But as you said, Connor, in the pregame, they do have the ability to throw the ball, at least on short routes, and we'll see if they do that here.
So again, 2nd down and 11. Ball now on the Ozark 36. They'll go with the same formation. They'll send Giles in motion. Handoff here to Elliott, bouncing it out toward the left. He's past the 40, now to the 45. And we're still going to get ourselves a 3rd down and short here.
That'll be 1st down, actually. Picked up 12 on the play.
Excuse me.
So we'll be 1st down, but no outside pressure defensively for Waynesville on that play. The DN and the linebackers all got sealed, and Elliott had a running room right on the numbers, and he found 12 yards.
Again, Edric Twine, the defensive end on that right side. A mid-season addition, but addition that's been pretty good at times. Lots of tackles here. 6'1", 190 pounds, but he is outsized, much like the rest of the defensive line here tonight. So 1st down and 10. Ball now on the Ozark 48-yard line. 10.5 left to go in this first half. Now a whistle, play whistle dead here. Coming from our sideline official, at least on the Waynesville side of things.
I think we're going to have a motion penalty again against Ozark. They had a tight end on the near side who's not wearing a tight end number, by the way. But he's not able to go out on a pass unless the report's in. But he got down in a stance. The 2 running backs behind him told him he needed to get wider. That got him out of his stance, and then he reset. Well, once a lineman is set, he cannot get back up again. False start.
So that'll back him up 5 yards. 1st and 15 now.
Yeah, and he's on the end of the line, even though he's wearing a lineman number. So unless he's reported in as an eligible receiver, he cannot go out for a pass.
7 men up front offensively for Ozark. Handoff here to Elliott. Elliott again bouncing it out toward the sideline. Flag on the play. You're right, might be a holding penalty. Lots of yardage, but this one almost certainly coming back here as it'll become 1st down and even longer now here for Ozark.
Chris Scott, the outside linebacker, got everything but undressed by the offensive lineman trying to block him. He was tugging on his jersey big time, and same individual had the false start penalty called earlier that we talked about. But Scott trying to get to the outside, and the lineman wasn't having anything to do with it. Held on to his jersey, and pretty obvious holding call.
That has been a plus for Waynesville here this season. Not necessarily forcing other teams to commit penalties, just the fact that they haven't committed as many penalties as opposing teams. So they'll mark it off here, and again, this still going to be a 1st down play.
It takes away a 15-yard pickup by Elliott down that near sideline, and it's a little bit worrisome right now if you're Waynesville that he's getting to the edge. We've seen what he can do in between the tackles. Now he's getting to the outside. They got to figure that out.
1st down and 21 ultimately becomes a 6-yard penalty here for Ozark. Ball now back to the 37-yard line. Going to be a pitch out this time. Jack Bowers getting the carry. He's got lots of blockers in front of him. He's going to be around midfield as he falls forward, actually past the original line of scrimmage. And this is going to turn to 2nd down and 9. So Waynesville effectively not really able to take advantage of those 2 penalties there, as now Ozark finds themselves again in a much more manageable position.
Yeah, just too much space on the outside. Plenty of room to run over there until Jackson was able to come up, get a shoestring tackle. At least still makes it 2nd down and long, but picked up about 8 on that play. And ball sitting right at the 50-yard line.
Right at midfield. Maybe a second trip into Waynesville territory for Ozark. Again, long, winding Ozark drives. Going to send a man out wide this time. 2 backs still in the backfield, though. Looks like Bauer's still in as the deep back. Waynesville sending blitz. They're going to go toward the air. They're going to try to throw it deep down here, but Waynesville's got a chance. That ball is knocked down, incomplete. Johnny Hedrick had a chance for the interception on that play. That ball was underthrown. Ultimately, great coverage on the deep throw.
It was great coverage. Hedrick was right there in his hip pocket. And it's just a matter of getting turned around, spotting the ball, and either trying to make the interception or knock it down. And Hedrick able to knock it down, couldn't get position to pick it up, but great defense. He was with him stride for stride. That was the only receiver in the pattern, so it was either throw it or run, and great job by Hedrick defensively.
That was something we were definitely talking about in the days leading up to this game. Would Ozark try to test Waynesville deep? After West Plains certainly exposed something in the Waynesville defense last week, but this time Waynesville able to do a much better job. And that brings up 3rd down and 8. Now ball still on the 50-yard line. They're going to pack it in once more. Pitch out toward the left. Bowers again. Lots of Waynesville tacklers in the area. They're actually able to rope him up here. Well short of the 1st down marker. Not past the 45. Maybe about the 46-yard line. And it's going to be 4th down and 5. And so they're across midfield.
Maybe 4 down territory here, but good pursuit by the Waynesville defense. And we talked about Hedrick on the previous play. Even though he didn't make the tackle, he was involved because he came up, forced Bowers to go inside where he had more help, and that's why they're able to hold him to a 4th and 5.
So it looks like they are going to go for it here, by the way. The quarterback, Peyton Russell, running it in from the sideline. 4th down and 5. Ball on the Waynesville 47-yard line. Trying to get him to jump here. Now going to look toward the sideline again. Waynesville holding steady.
Ozark is offset to the right side. They've got 4 linemen to the right side of the center.
Play clock now down to 5 seconds here. Russell takes a snap, pitch out toward the right. Bowers has it, cuts it upfield, hit! He's going to be short of the line. It's another turnover on downs picked up by the Waynesville defense.
And that again was Jackson who comes up. The sophomore comes up to make the tackle. And so great play defensively. One-on-one tackle by Jackson forces the turnover on downs. Waynesville going the other way, leading by 6.
Carmelo Jackson, the safety, of course, oftentimes the lone man back deep in that cover 1 defense, but this time able to come down on the line and make the tackle. Bowers had a decently sized hole, but a great open field tackle for Jackson to give Waynesville this football back. Still 6-0 now. Tigers take over. 8:16 left to go in the half. Aussie in the backfield. Brandon Howard now in at wing back. It's a handoff. No, a direct snap here to Aussie. Aussie just trying to power his way through. Goes step for step, but they're going to lose yardage here.
Took them a long time to blow that whistle. That forward progress was stopped way before they blew the whistle. But the nose guard, Ruben Arbez, who we talked about earlier, had the encroachment call. That time he penetrates, gets him in the backfield. Forward progress is going to be lenient here, giving him back the line of scrimmage. But they'll be 2nd down and 10. But just penetration over the top of the football.
Well, Aussie will never stop running. We've actually had kind of a quick whistle on that forward progress several times this season. That time kind of the other direction there. We've seen Aussie break those before, but it will be 2nd down and 10. Maybe lost an inch or 2 on that previous play. 2 backs in the backfield. Handoff again to Aussie. Aussie lowers the shoulder, but again, there's just nowhere to go. Again, forward momentum's going to be called.
No,
and it's going to be 3rd and 10.
And again, it's that defensive lineman, Ruben Arvizu. I hope I'm saying that right. I apologize if I'm not, but Arvizu. Okay, I matched the PA guy, so I'm going to go with it. But Arvizu, right now, he is just having his way with the Waynesville offensive line. They've got to start getting him pushed back.
6 feet, 230 pounds, but has caused havoc here. So 3rd down and 10. Quick snap here to Aussie. Aussie running toward his left, trying to follow Tyquez Jones. Jukes to his left, picked up at the ankles here, and again, that's a quick whistle as he broke free. After a couple times where they just frankly didn't blow the whistle that time.
Well, the problem with that play started with the fact that whoever was blocking Frankie Munoz did not hold his block long enough. That got the running back wrapped up on that play because that block was not held long enough. You got to hold your block. Aussie was not able to get to the outside because of that.
So 4th down and 10 here. Waynesville almost certainly going to punt this one away. Castro, he'll back it up here. 2 men back to receive here for Ozark. Low snap, handled well. Kick is away. Solid punt going to be returned here. Picked up at about the 25-yard line. Up the right sideline he goes here. Spins around toward his left. Going to bring it to about the 40-yard line. And so it'll be about a net punt of about 16 yards. As Ozark starts their latest drive here again at the 40-yard line of Ozark.
Well, Waynesville defense has had to kind of hold things together here. They're going to have to do it again against this Ozark team that is getting yards, but so far hasn't found the end zone. But the odds are, if at some point they're going to do it. So with 6:13 to go in the half and a 6-0 lead for Waynesville. Pretty critical drive here because if they stop this drive, then Waynesville's got a chance to hold the ball for the remainder of the first half and hopefully score before intermission.
6:13 left to go in the first half now. Parker Elliott in the backfield. So now we'll reline it up here. Again, 11-man deep. All lined up about a half yard behind one another. Now they'll scatter to the line. 1st down and 10. 4 men up front defensively. Waynesville sending the blitz here. Handoff to Elliott. Elliott trips and falls.
Man in the grass, Scotty.
Had a gap, but tripped and fell through the line there, so it ends up being a small gain of maybe about 2 or 3 yards.
Well, it's a good thing he tripped over his own feet because I'm not sure he wouldn't still be running if he hadn't kind of got tripped up coming across the 40-yard line.
So it was 2nd down and 8. They give him 2 in the end. As again, the quarterback, Russell, runs in the play. 0 for 2 through the air today is Russell. It's mostly been used as kind of a game manager thus far, handing it off and letting the running backs do the work. It's going to be the same thing here, but Edric Twine immediately into the backfield. He'll wrap him up and bring him down. Like I said, Twine a mid-season addition, but he's been a great addition on that right side of the line. This time got through and wrapped him up, made the play.
Little stump move on the right from his right defensive end position. Got between 2 blockers and found his way into the backfield where wrapped him around the waist. Didn't have a good hold on him, but he got some help. And they will get him down, and they're down and long.
Yeah, so actually they give him 1 yard. No, loss of 1 on the play. Brings up 3rd and 9. And Ozark will line up 3 wide receiver set. 2 to the left and 1 to the right. Jack Bowers in the backfield alongside Russell. Now they'll flex him out toward the left. Maybe look for the screen pass. Going to drop back. Going to look for that pass across the middle. It's caught. He's going to have some room here to run with it. He's got the first down. Still on his feet as he crosses the 40-yard line. Still on his feet. Shakes off another Waynesville tackler. He's all the way to the 32-yard line. This time, Waynesville just not ready. Thought about the screen to the left. Ends up being a screen, but in a much different location.
If you're a defensive lineman and the offensive line pretty much just opens the door and says, come on in, you have got to recognize that there's about to be a ball dumped over your head on a screen pass. You got to put the brakes on and get back. That time, Waynesville had 4 defensive linemen all chasing the quarterback because they were all given an open door to get into the backfield, and they all bid on it, and that's why it was so wide open.
On that catch, Jet Easley, a freshman wide receiver, going for the big gain. So again, first down and 10 after converting on third down. Hand off to Elliott here. Elliott shakes off a couple tacklers in the backfield. Solid gain here, about 5 yards. Second down and 5.
Well, again, Elliott getting positive yardage. He is. I really can't believe they have not used him during the course of the season, at least according to the numbers that you've got. First carries of the season are tonight. I can't believe they haven't used him before tonight because he's an outstanding running back, at least if you go by what he's doing tonight.
Again, it's the size. I think that makes him so effective. West Plains didn't go to their big running back all too often there, but perhaps saw how much trouble Waynesville had bringing down Briggs Houston last week and thought White can maybe do that too. But second down and 5. Pitch out this time here. Bowers on the carry.
Ooh, face mask.
Pulled down from behind here. Do not see a flag just yet.
Yeah, maybe got him on the shoulder pad.
I think that's more likely here that he did get him on the shoulder pad. And so it'll be a small gain, maybe about a yard or maybe 2. Third down once more.
Well, certainly 4-down territory here when you got the ball at the 26-yard line. So Ozark has 2 plays to try to pick up 4 yards. Right now, Waynesville has to try to keep any positive yardage from being had here by the Ozark offense.
3:20 left to go here in this first half. Again, Ozark 2 timeouts remaining. Waynesville with all 3. Going to stack the line here. Just 2 backs in the backfield. Russell hands it off. Elliott on the carry. Elliott getting around the first down marker. Looks like he's got it. He's pushed out of bounds.
Just such a tough runner. They had 3 tacklers on him. Couldn't get him down until he got to the first down marker. They made the contact in plenty of time, but just such a tough runner. Just very difficult to bring down to the ground. You got to have more. You got to hit him low. You cannot hit a runner like this high. You've got to hit him below the waist, down in the legs, and that's how you get a big guy like this down to the ground.
Thomas Reynolds now in the ball game on the defensive line here for Waynesville, replacing Ausler for the time being. As again, Ozark looking to pack it in. Again, 9 men up front in some capacity. It's just going to be another handoff here to Elliott, though. Elliott again with the stiff arm.
Again, trying to tackle too high. Every tackler right now for Waynesville trying to get him down at the shoulder pads. That is not going to work against a 6', 210-pound running back. Got to get down low.
Second down and 6. Gain of 4 here for Elliott this time through. Again, now under 3 minutes left to play here. This Waynesville defense, you got to speak maybe on the fact that maybe they're a bit tired.
Elliott looks like, as you said, he's not used to carrying the ball, and he acts a little gassed out there right now.
I was talking about the Waynesville defense, but maybe you're certainly right about Elliott as well. He's been the workhorse tonight for the Tigers.
He's got his hands on his knees the whole time they were in the huddle.
Well, he's going to get the carry once more here as he bursts through the gap here. With a gap like that, he doesn't necessarily have to hit the hole too hard.
Now, he gets refueled in plenty of time for the handoff, and he is just gashing this Waynesville defense right now as that game there goes for 11 yards. First and goal.
First down and goal. Ball now on the 10-yard line. Waynesville 1 goal line stand here today, looking for a second. Quickly to the line now. Another handoff here to Elliott. Elliott going to find 4 more. He's brought down to the 6-yard line.
Well, the problem now for Waynesville is they're not making contact until way too far downfield. He's able to get penetration, and Elliott, again, credit the offensive line for that, and they're going quickly. Waynesville's not able to get set. Ozark going quickly. Ozark not able to get themselves into a comfortable position, and they're getting pushed off the line.
Second down and goal again. Ball now on the 6-yard line. Another handoff here to Elliott. Elliott this time nowhere to go. He'll be wrapped up and taken down. Third down and 7.
That's Santana Horta again coming down for that defensive end position. He's able to recognize that play. Says, that's where I'm going. I'm going from point A to point B. And as long as Elliott gets held up just long enough to where he can get there, they're successful defensively as Ozark calls timeout.
Yeah, Ozark going to take a timeout here as another 2 minutes. Where's the time gone here in this first half? 1:18 left to play here in this first half. Let's go ahead and take ourselves a 45-second break here. Well, come back in 45. Again, 6-0 in favor of Waynesville, but Ozark knocking on the door. You're listening to Tiger Football, Z102.3.
You have the right to choose when you're in an accident and your insurance company directs you to a particular body shop. This message is brought to you by Ed Wilson Auto Works. Put your trust in one of Pulaski County's longest standing independent repair professionals. That's Ed Wilson Auto Works in downtown Waynesville.
We care for them.
Hey, Mr. Gibson. Good morning.
Hey there, honey. Take wonderful care of them.
All right, here's your morning meds and your coffee, just how you like it. 1 cream,
2
sugars.
And we'll go to the ends of the earth to protect them. You can count on that.
Life Care Center of Waynesville believe in treating patients and residents as family members, focusing on inpatient and outpatient rehabilitation with 24-hour skilled nursing care. We are proud to also offer a secured Alzheimer's and dementia care unit, 700 Birch Lane in the heart of Waynesville.
3rd down and goal from the 7. Ozark with the football. Waynesville leading 6-0. A minute 18 left to go here in this first half. Elliott in the backfield. Russell hands it off here to Elliott. Hit behind the line. The pile's going to form. 4th down upcoming here. 4th down and maybe 7, maybe 6. But again, Waynesville holding firm here, at least on the first 3 plays.
Ozark not using a timeout yet as the clock runs down to just over a minute remaining here in the half. Waynesville leading 6-0. Ozark deciding to let the clock run here, even though they have a couple of times. Actually, just have 1 timeout left. They decided not to use it here.
Well, it's all or nothing here on 4th down. So you either score here or you don't give Waynesville a lot of time. But they're actually going to line up, like you said, for a field goal here. Going to try to make this a 3-point game. On to kick, Sam Clark, leading receiver for the Tigers this season. Does not have a catch tonight, but going to go for the field goal. Kick is up and away. That's got lots of distance. And it's going to be a 3-point game. That kick would have been good from about 40. So let's go ahead and send it on back to a break here. 37 seconds left to play in this first half. 6-3 our score in favor of Waynesville. You're listening to Tiger Football, Z102.3.
Some people are always too hot.
Whew, it's hot in here. Is it just me or is it hot in here?
Other people are always too cold.
I'm cold. It's cold in here. Aren't you cold?
And sometimes both of those kinds of people are in your house at the same time. How do you make everyone happy? With some help from the heating and cooling professionals.
Air Serve Heating and Air Conditioning in Mid-Missouri, 573-433-3613. Your Mid-Missouri air conditioning and heating experts. Breathe easy, live better. Locally owned, proudly operated.
You didn't think it would get this far. It was an innocent mistake. Your attorney will fix things eventually. But right now, you got a bigger problem. You need $5,000 to get out of jail, and you don't have a clue how to get it.
Angie Hale Bail Bonds. Compassionate, professional, and serving you 24/7. When legal trouble strikes, call 573-855-4733. That's 573-855-4733. Angie Hale Bail Bonds. Historic Route 66, Waynesville.
22-yard field goal for Sam Clark. Cuts the Waynesville lead here to 3. 6-3 our score with 37 seconds left to go here in this first half. Clark kicks it away, kicks it deep. Waynesville just going to let it fly. Bounces about midway through the end zone. There'll be a touchback, and Waynesville takes over on their 20-yard line.
Well, interesting that Ozark went for the 3 there. They just want to get points on the board on that 4th down play from the 7-yard line. And the way they were running, if they were inside the 5, I think probably they would have gone for it. But being that they were outside the 5-yard line, they decided to get the 3 on the board. And they know they're getting yards. They know they're getting yards. They probably have over 200 yards in this first half, but they're just not getting in the end zone. So they probably feel comfortable. They just they got points on the board, and they'll deal with getting in the end zone in the second half.
Head coach Jeremy Cordell maybe spooked a bit by the 2 previous plays that went for no gain and with 7 yards still to go. You got a kicker? Might as well use him. So 6-3 here. Waynesville, we'll see what they do here with 37 seconds. Kelsey Jr. going to take the direct snap here on first down, but again, just nowhere to go. And this is where Waynesville might find themselves a problem. Your defense is doing a great job thus far, Waynesville is, but they're going to be tired. And obviously right here, you might not have to worry about it too much with just 30 seconds left to go in the half. But you can't keep that defense out there forever. You're going to definitely need more than 3 and out. Of course, they'll give 2 yards here on this play, but the 3 and out leading to the defense getting back on the field, it's certainly not encouraging. You'd like to at least stay on the field for a little bit. And so Waynesville will trot back out here. They'll have to run at least one more play. Nope. I'll actually reset the play clock here so they don't have to run another play if they don't want to. 20 seconds on the play clock.
Yeah, nope. I think I'd just go to the locker room. Happy with a 6-3 lead. And
you get the ball to start the second half. Might as well just make sure you hang on to it. They'll actually line up here. 2 wide receivers left. They might run the play. They're going to line up pistol formation, hand off to Tao Aussie. Why not go for the home run? They're going to get some yardage here. Aussie just pushing and pushing and pushing. He'll get the first down, but it's only going to really mean some extra stats.
Yeah,
as they'll head on into the locker room.
The risk there is obviously a turnover, and they scoop it up and they run the other way. But they felt confident enough. Unfortunately, a Waynesville player dinged up here a little bit in the last play of the half, but it looks like he's going to get up and go to the locker room, and he'll have about 15 minutes trying to shake that off.
Well, that's your center, Caden King, and that's a guy you don't really want injured. We saw last week what happens when he comes off the field, so hopefully that play didn't cost Waynesville too much. But for now, we won't worry about it. We'll go ahead and head on into the halftime coverage. We'll take ourselves a few minutes. Of course, the Waynesville Marching Band will march on the field. They'll perform once more for us today. We'll come back. We'll go over your box score. Admittedly, not lots to talk about, but we'll go over some more keys to the game, and we'll also check in with some other games around the area. But first, let's take a few minutes for a timeout. We'll be back here in about 3 or 4 or 5 or so. Don't go anywhere. 6-3 our score. Waynesville leads Ozark. Tiger football here on Z102.3.
Hey there, parents. Looking for top-notch pediatric care right in your community? Look no further than Phelps Health Pediatrics. We're your trusted partner in helping keep your kiddos healthy and happy. Our team of expert physicians and providers are here to provide compassionate, family-centered care for your children from birth through adolescence. We understand that your child's well-being is your top priority, and it's ours too. Visit phelpshealth.org to learn more. Phelps Health, your health, our mission.
Football season means one thing, tailgate parties. And for 46 years running, the best-selling tailgates have been Ford F-Series. And right now at Ed Moore's Ford in St. Robert, you can get their best deals of the year on every built Ford Tough truck in stock. Hurry in today to get great low APR finance rates, big cash back, and amazing low monthly payments. So before you head to the game, head to Ed Moore's Ford in St. Robert and get the ultimate tailgate for the ultimate tailgate party. Stop by now and get backed by Morse today.
Is this the sound your garage and closets make every time you open the door? Does it look like Dr. Whoopi is trying to retrieve his 3D BB? Bates Self-Storage of St. Robert can help declutter and de-stress your life. Storage units start at just $17 per month, the lowest price in the area. Located on VFW Memorial Drive, just a mile from the main gate in St. Robert. Rent by the month or by the year to receive a discounted rate. Bates Self-Storage, 797 VFW Memorial Drive, unit starting at $17 a month.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, John Gregory, your shelter insurance agent in Crocker.
Or stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your shelter insurance agent in Richland.
Baymont Inn and Suites of St. Robert invite you to enjoy all the comforts of home at the St. Robert Hotel. Conveniently located off I-44, they're only 2 miles from Fort Leonard Wood and close to the best area attractions, including 33 original miles of historic Route 66. They're a proud supporter of the community they serve, the youth, and our military families. Baymont Inn and Suites of St. Robert, located at 139 Carmel Way in St. Robert.
Again?
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
What you put off maintaining today could cost you more later on. When it comes to your vehicle's tires, it's essential for your safety and the safety of others that your tire pressure, tread, and sidewalls are in good shape. Drive with peace of mind.
A-Plus Tire and Lube has all your automotive needs covered, from inspections, oil changes, tires, brakes, and other minor repairs. Our technicians can diagnose problems you're having with your vehicle. We have all the tools and knowledge to fix you up and get you back on the road. Stop in today, 615 Historic Route 66 West in Waynesville.
Back here once more at Tiger Stadium here in Waynesville as the marching band performs once more for the final time this season, at least in front of the home football crowd. It's a Waynesville lead, 6-3. The Tigers lead over the Ozark Tigers here in this one. A touchdown for Waynesville and a field goal for Ozark. So again, Connor Harbert here with you. Of course, Mike Harbert joining me in between, but currently getting us a couple drinks down at the concession stand. So flying solo during this halftime period, at least for a little while here. We actually take a look toward our box scoring. So far limited to just the second quarter. We had a scoreless first here in this one. The majority of the quarter was Ozark actually pushing down the field. Waynesville had to find themselves a couple of stops there on that drive, but after the muff punt, Waynesville was eventually able to find the turnover on downs in the goal line. And on their first drive, it was actually Waynesville scoring on the first play of the second quarter. Didn't have to wait long in the second quarter. 61 yards for Michael Kelsey Jr. Finds the end zone and makes it a 6-0 game after the PAT attempt. Low snap, bad hold, kick didn't stand a chance. It was blocked by Ozark, so it stayed 6-0. And of course, Ozark, after marching down the field once more, again, Waynesville's defense would come up big on the goal line and force a field goal. Ozark, not wanting to take the risk here, chose to just make it a 3-point game instead of maybe being shut out here in this half. A 22-yard field goal for Sam Clark. Again, would have been good maybe from about 45, maybe 50 if you're lucky with the wind at your back. But 3 points is 3 points. Made it 6-3 here at the break. So Waynesville ultimately takes the advantage here. Again, the 4 and the 5 seed matchup. The district quarterfinals winner of this game moves on to face the number 1 seed Nixa next week. And so just a brief reminder that if that comes to pass, if Waynesville hangs on and wins this game, I will of course be heading on out to Nixa next week. And so it'll be 6:30 and 7 o'clock. But again, Waynesville gonna need to play another good half here, this third and fourth quarter. Gonna need to go their way. Definitely some things you like here in this half, but definitely some things I think that you're gonna need to do a little bit better if you want to go ahead and hold off this Ozark team and move on to those district semifinals. So let's go ahead and take another break. When we come back, I'll go into it a little bit more. I've alluded to some good things. I've alluded to some bad things. We'll talk about it. But we're going to be back here again in a few minutes. Don't go anywhere. Tiger football right here on Z102.3.
Pests can really bug you. I know they bug me, but you can get rid of all types of pests and protect your family, home, and environment by calling the folks at A to Z Exterminating. A to Z Exterminating provides the best pet and human-friendly treatments 7 days a week and education to help you keep your home pest-free. And of course, reasonable prices. A to Z Exterminating for your home or lawn, whether it's an emergency or you want to schedule an appointment, call today at 573-336-4448. A to Z Exterminating, offering the best service throughout the area.
Mechanic. Oh, yeah, the blue sedan. Yeah, you brought that in when? Like 2 days ago? Oh, yeah, 2 weeks ago. I got 3 of my best men on it now. Hey, Ronnie, turn up the tunes and pass the nachos. Work time was yesterday.
Your life can't wait. That's why here at Action Automotive of St. Robert, we take time to walk you through what's going on with your vehicle and come up with an affordable solution. From engine overhauls to oil changes, Action Automotive of St. Robert has you covered. Action Automotive St. Robert.
For over 50 years, Post Pawn in St. Robert has been offering the best prices in the area on firearms, ammunition, and shooting and reloading supplies. Also, find new and used military clothing and gear, as well as pre-owned power tools and compound bows, and new and used musical instruments and supplies. Get a 90-day layaway on anything. And if you have your guns shipped to Post Pawn or selling them to another individual, they only charge a $25 transfer fee. That's Post Pawn in the Gateway Shopping Center in St. Robert.
As the road you travel changes, so can your insurance needs. Talking with Farmers Insurance Agent Linda Tanner can help you assess whether you're ready for the journey ahead. Call Farmers Agent Linda Tanner today at 573-426-3241. That's Farmers Insurance Agent Linda Tanner, 573-426-3241.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Shuggy's Fashion and Beauty Supplies in St. Robert sells cosmetics, clothing, and accessories for women. Miss Shuggy is kind and knowledgeable about hair and related products, gives great deals, and can also special order items. Shuggy's Fashion and Beauty Supplies offers a wide selection of beauty supplies, hair accessories, purses, pictures, and even men's products. Open 9 to 7 every day but Sunday, Shuggy's Fashion and Beauty Supplies is a hidden gem in St. Robert. Check out Shuggy's Fashion and Beauty Supplies today at 1018 Missouri Avenue in St. Robert.
Seeger Toyota of St. Robert is the place to go to find just the right pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV. We have over 22 different makes in stock and over 200 units available, with over 70 being Toyotas. So if you've not been able to find what you want or need, it could be we have it right here and ready for you. And if you just want to sell one of your vehicles, for whatever reason, we buy cars every day and with less hassle than those online companies. Plus, we deliver on our promises and have been for over 50 years. That's Seeger Toyota of St. Robert, next to Walmart and at SeegerToyota.net.
As the years go by, everything gets older. Even the new seeds just planted. Getting older means getting wiser. And in the banking business, that means keeping up with the times. For 112 years, the Bank of Crocker has met the needs of the Fort Wood area and exceeded those needs with the most modern banking services available. With Android and Apple mobile banking apps. And at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is a click away no matter where you are. Personal hometown service, however, has not changed. That's one thing that's stayed the same as the Bank of Crocker turns 112. The Bank of Crocker, with 4 locations in Crocker, Richland, Waynesville, and St. Robert. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Life giver. Nurturer.
Hero. Best friend.
They were our happy place, our inspiration. They were who helped create the fabric of our own existence. And now they're gone, but not ever forgotten.
At Memorial Chapels and Crematory, respecting your wishes, serving your family, and keeping your memories safe is what matters most to us.
We all have our faves.
I love baseball.
I love football.
Basketball is my game.
But there's one thing we all love.
Pizza!
If you need to satisfy that competitive appetite, we got your slice right here.
Domino's Pizza in St. Robert is the pizza during and after the game. Try the perfect combo deal. Pizza, side, and a drink for $19.99. Try Domino's Mix and Match is only $6.99. Check it out online at Domino's.com or call your order in at 573-336-3400. Domino's Pizza, 213 St. Robert Boulevard. Looking for a great career? Domino's Pizza St. Robert is hiring all positions. Apply online at jobs.domino's.com.
It's October savings all month long at your Napa Parts Store St. Robert Auto Supply. See better and drive safer with $16 off a pair of Trico Silicone, Edge, and Force wiper blades. Save up to 30% on Mobil 1 Extended Performance Synthetic Motor Oil. And get ready for the colder weather with ISO Heat Injector Cleaner, Water Remover, and Full Line Antifreeze, now $329 each. It's all at your Napa Parts Store St. Robert Auto Supply off Missouri Avenue. Get the good stuff 7 days a week.
Move it, buddy. Let's go, man. The light's green, man. The gas pedal's the one on the right.
Need a quick tow?
On-Site Towing and Recovery provides 24-hour local towing and accident recovery services. On-Site Towing and Recovery, the only number you need to know. 573-337-4474, where you always get 5-star service.
And once again, back here at Tiger Stadium here in Waynesville. Still at halftime. We've got about 10 minutes left to play. Or left to go, I should say, here in this halftime period. 6-3 our score, though. Probably our lowest scoring game of the season, but it's Waynesville out in front. They're one touchdown, enough to take them over the hump here at the moment. They lead Ozark, again, 6-3. Hunter Harbert, Mike Harbert here with you today. Of course, Z102.3 as we now look towards some keys to the second half. Of course, we went over the box score for you. Long touchdown run for Michael Kelsey Jr. Of course, it's easy to say, well, look for another one of those. But after that run, of course, Waynesville stopped 3 and out and then, well, didn't really have a whole lot of time on their final offensive drive, just able to run a couple plays there. But I really think it goes to show that you can make plays. You might be outsized up front, but if you execute, and we've talked about that several times, this season. It's not necessarily about the size. The size certainly helps, but if you can hit your blocks, if you can execute the play you're supposed to play, Kelsey Jr. can find a gap. He can make something out of nothing. He can turn those runs into something big. Just got to keep executing.
Yeah, they need a little bit more positive yardage on some of these runs than what they had in the first half. Didn't have the long sustained drive. Had that one big play for 61 yards for the lone TD. But so haven't had the long sustained drive. I'd like to see a little bit more of that. Get some first downs. Make your way down the field. But for the Waynesville defense, you talk about bend but don't break. They probably gave up 250 yards of offense to Ozark in the first half, but Ozark never reached the end zone. Had to settle for a field goal with time running down towards the end of the first half of play, so credit to the Waynesville defense. Right now, they're carrying the load to keep Waynesville out in front in this contest. And again, neither team came in averaging a lot of points per game. Waynesville at 21-14 for Ozark per contest, but especially for Ozark, where we've seen them get the chunks of yardage. Elliott's been outstanding in the backfield, but so far, Waynesville defense has not allowed them to cross the goal line, and that's all you can ask for.
Yeah, I think it really comes back to the offense. They've got to keep that defense nice and fresh there because they will bend. We've seen them bend quite a bit, but eventually they're going to break.
Yeah.
And at this point, they score once. Well, now you definitely have to score here. So Waynesville.
Yeah, you bring up a good point. You got to get the defense off the field. You got to give them a chance to take a breather. I come from the world of two-way players. Here you have more two platoon in Class 6, but they still need a chance to catch their breath. So you cannot have 3 and outs. You got to get that defense to the sideline, give them a chance to get a break, to put it together a long, sustained drive. Even if you don't get in the end zone, at least give them a chance to get to the sideline and get ready for that next series that they have to come out for.
And so, of course, defensively, you got to be ready for anything. We've seen Ozark, they hide that formation until the very last second. Of course, 99% of the time tonight, it's gone to Parker Elliott. So you got to assume he's going to continue carrying the football, but you also got to be ready for that pass. Waynesville looked good for a little bit. Obviously, that third pass there, 1 for 3 so far, is the quarterback, Peyton Russell. That last screen kind of caught Waynesville off guard a little bit, but Waynesville was able to guard that piece down the sideline. And, of course, also played relatively well on that goal line pass as well, though there was a missed read. Again, it may be open in the end zone. Got to make sure you track those checkdowns, but so far, Waynesville has done a good job in the secondary, which is something we talk about in the pregame here today. So let's go ahead and take one final timeout. We'll come back here in about 2 or 3 minutes, and we'll go over some other scores from around the area. They're not really coming in fast and furious, but I see we have multiple sources here today, so we'll see what we can compile across a couple different sources here. But we'll be back in a few. You're listening to Tiger Football. Again, 6-3 our score. Waynesville leads Tiger Football on Z102.3.
You have the right to choose when you're in an accident and your insurance company directs you to a particular body shop. This message is brought to you by Ed Wilson Auto Works. Put your trust in one of Pulaski County's longest-standing independent repair professionals. That's Ed Wilson Auto Works in downtown Waynesville.
We care for them.
Hey, Mr. Gibson. Good morning.
Hey there, honey.
Take wonderful care of them.
All right, here's your morning meds and your coffee, just how you like it. 1 cream, 2 sugars.
And we'll go to the ends of the earth to protect them. You can count on that.
Life Care Center of Waynesville believe in treating patients and residents as family members, focusing on inpatient and outpatient rehabilitation with 24-hour skilled nursing care. We are proud to also offer a secured Alzheimer's and dementia care unit, 700 Birch Lane in the heart of Waynesville. Some people are always too hot.
Whew, it's hot in here. Is it just me or is it hot in here?
Other people are always too cold.
I'm cold. It's cold in here. Aren't you cold?
And sometimes both of those kinds of people are in your house at the same time. How do you make everyone happy? With some help from the heating and cooling professionals.
Air Serve Heating and Air Conditioning in Mid-Missouri, 573-433-3613. Your Mid-Missouri air conditioning and heating experts. Breathe easy, live better. Locally owned, proudly operated.
You didn't think it would get this far. It was an innocent mistake. Your attorney will fix things eventually, but right now, you got a bigger problem. You need $5,000 to get out of jail, and you don't have a clue how to get it.
Angie Hale Bail Bonds. Compassionate, professional, and serving you 24/7. When legal trouble strikes, call 573-855-4733. That's 573-855-4733. Angie Hale Bail Bonds. Historic Route 66, Waynesville.
Hey there, parents. Looking for top-notch pediatric care right in your community?
look no further than Phelps Health Pediatrics. We're your trusted partner in helping keep your kiddos healthy and happy. Our team of expert physicians and providers are here to provide compassionate, family-centered care for your children from birth through adolescence. We understand that your child's well-being is your top priority, and it's ours too. Visit phelpshealth.org to learn more. Phelps Health, your health, our mission.
I know, but usually I'll take a break up to the end of the half. Back here once more at Tiger Stadium here in Waynesville. Still at the half. We are about 4.5 minutes away from getting going here with the second half. 6-3 our score. Waynesville leads by 3. Connor Harbit, Mike Harbit here with you today, Z102.3. Let's take a look at some scores from around the area and tell you what, I know you and I have different sources for this, so I'll go ahead and go through the scores I have, and then you can chime in with any scores if you've got them. But again, scores very sparse here today, maybe due to the kind of fractured nature of this first district round. Not all teams are playing here tonight, but scores we do have, of course, we have 6-3 here in Waynesville, with Waynesville leading the Ozark Tigers. A score in the second quarter for you. Camdenton playing Rolla tonight. Camdenton not really leading by that much, just 3-0. That would be a major upset if Rolla can overcome Camdenton here tonight. Camdenton 1 game away from, shared championship this season with Lebanon. So we'll keep watching that one. No score from North Point in Washington. No score from Battle in Capital City. Actually, let's just go down to the next score we have here, which is West Plains and Monette. West Plains very much favored in that one. Monette has not won a game all season. West Plains leads at the end of the first quarter. Obviously, they're probably a little bit deeper than that at this point, but they lead 22-0. Some scores down in Class 3 for you. Cassville leads Aurora 21-0. Mount Vernon leads Hollister 14-0. And Reed Spring leads East Newton 7-0 here at the moment. One score in Class 2. Stratford, they lead Houston 14-7. That's actually the last score I've got. So,
well, let's see. I didn't catch. I was looking, so I didn't catch everything you said there. But I'll just go through scores I think you'd be interested in. Of course, my source has scores over my part of the state that you're not interested in. So let me kind of weed through here. But Reed Spring over East Newton at halftime, 14-0. Cassville leads Aurora 21-0 in the second quarter. Springfield Catholic tied with Liberty 6-6 at half. That's kind of a surprise. You already mentioned the West Plains Monette score. Did hear that one that you gave.
It did look like that was updated, though.
Yeah, McDonald County leading Marshfield 21-0. Mount Vernon over Hollister 14-0. That was in the first quarter, so that's again not updated tremendously well. But as you said, just not a bulk number of scores. You don't care about anything in Kansas, obviously, that I have. But
well, I do.
At any rate, so as you said, not a large number of scores tonight, since so many teams do have first-round byes in district play. And, of course, that'll change next week. Everybody who's still playing will be in action next week.
Which will be a great segue to remind you, if you want the full score list tomorrow, of course, we'll check in the post-game if anything's changed from there. But just a reminder, I'll be on in the morning tomorrow, 97.9 The Source. We'll have the 7 o'clock sports for you, so we'll have the full report from this game. We'll also have a lot of other scores from the Ozark Conference as well. So make sure you tune in on there. We'll have the scores for sure there by that moment. So again, we have about a minute and a half, I do believe. I think they put the 3 minutes up on the clock during that time that we were talking there. So we got about a minute and a half. Let's take a quick break. We'll come back here right before the start of the second half. Again, 6-3. Waynesville leads Ozark here in this one. Waynesville will start the second half with the football. Back in 60, you're listening to Tiger Football, Z102.3.
Football season means one thing, tailgate parties. And for 46 years running, the best-selling tailgates have been Ford F-Series. And right now at Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert, you can get their best deals of the year on every built Ford Tough truck in stock. Hurry in today to get great low APR finance rates, big cash back, and amazing low monthly payments. So before you head to the game, head to Ed Morse Ford in St. Robert and get the ultimate tailgate for the ultimate tailgate party. Stop by now and get backed by Morse today.
Is this the sound your garage and closets make every time you open the door? Does it look like Dr. Whoopi is trying to retrieve his 3D BB? Bates Self-Storage of St. Robert can help declutter and de-stress your life. Storage units start at just $17 per month, the lowest price in the area. Located on VFW Memorial Drive, just a mile from the main gate in St. Robert. Rent by the month or by the year to receive a discounted rate. Bates Self-Storage, 797 VFW Memorial Drive, unit starting at $17 a month.
Back here at Tiger Stadium again, where we are just about to get going here in this one. Second half, a low-scoring affair. I was doing some thinking here, and I really do think this is the lowest scoring half that Waynesville has had here this year. The defense almost pitching the shutout, but of course Ozark, they've got themselves that kicker. They were able to put it through the uprights, and so they avoid the shutout, at least in the first half, to cut the lead to 3, 6-3 again. But Waynesville will start the half with the football. And I think, once again, most interesting thing, or the thing to watch out for here in this half, can Waynesville put together a drive? They've definitely had trouble putting together much of anything outside of the long Michael Kelsey Jr. run. So we'll see if they can get that done here. Give that defense a nice long break here. Obviously, they've had the halftime break, so would assume they come out here fresh.
Well,
but
it's up to the offensive line to make a commitment that they're going to start opening up some holes, start pushing defenders off the line of scrimmage, make them go backwards, because right now Ozark's just getting too much penetration, and other than the one long run, Ozark has just gotten in the backfield too much.
So Sam Clark on to kick it away here for Ozark. 2 men back to receive, Rashad Joshua and Brandon Howard back to receive this time here for Waynesville. Waynesville, only one kickoff return today, did not get to return it. It was a touchback. This time it's going to be a low line drive kick. This one's going to be returnable. It's going to be Brandon Howard who picks it up at about the 10-yard line. Going to cut it back at the left side, about the 25. Gets away from one defender, now trying to bounce it back out. Cuts back toward his right, still on his feet. Ran about 35 yards to get about 20 there, but he'll be tackled finally at about the 30-yard line. Nice try from Brandon Howard, but they'll start about the 30.
Yeah, there's nothing worse when you think you see an alley and then all of a sudden it's not there and you realize the error of your ways and you have to try to reverse field and then see a lot of white shirts in front of you. Good coverage by Ozark, but still a decent field position here for Waynesville, 1st and 10 on their own 30-yard line.
So Brian Castro will start things out here the second half at quarterback. Tal Aussie going to get the first snap at running back. See who lines up here at wingback here for Waynesville. We've seen Howard and Joshua. It's going to be Joshua who lines up toward the right here. Ball again just to the left of midfield. 1st down and 10. Tawasi on the carry. Has a nice hold to the middle, but it's going to be filled rather quickly here. And it's going to be another small gain of about 2. Between the 2 running backs today, Kelsey Jr. obviously has had a little bit more success. Aussie's had the volume, but other than that run at the end of the first half, it's been slim pickings for Aussie here today.
It looked like he might be able to get about 4 or 5 yards initially when he got through the line of scrimmage, but they just closed up in a hurry and they drove him back. And still a 3-yard pickup, so you stay ahead of the chains, and you got something to work with here on 2nd down and 7.
It is a gain of 3, so solid pickup on 1st down. 2nd down and 7. Ball now on the 33-yard line of Waynesville. 2 running backs set here. Kelsey Jr. on the carry this time. He's got some room. He's going to be around the 1st down marker. Looks to be maybe a yard shy, but going to set up nicely here. 3rd down and 1. Again, Kelsey Jr., he's had the more yards today, despite having less carries. And really speaks to his ability to, like I said, make something out of nothing. That's been the kind of recurring theme here so far.
That's the play they scored the touchdown on, going to that left side. Looked like he might be able to bust it, but then just ends up a yard short.
Quickly to the line here. Aiden Moss, the quarterback. He'll follow the lead blocker, Aussie. On the carry, he's got the 1st down. He'll be pulled backwards, but forward momentum this time going to help Waynesville out and then some. Pulled back about 5 yards, but again, it's a gain of about 4. 1st down and 10.
But you move the chains. You got another set of downs to work with. We talked about that. Move the chains, keep the drives going. They picked up the 3rd and short, 3rd and 1, and able to make the ball and get a 5-yard pickup there. Move the chains, get ready to go again. See if you can just continue on down the field.
Yeah, the more time you run off the clock. Also remember, Ozark takes lots and lots and lots of time on their drives. The clock certainly can be your friend here in this half, as long as you make it so. 2 wide receivers lined up right here. Handoff to Aussie. Aussie looking to bounce it out toward the right now. Jukes to his right, gets away. To the 45 he goes. It's going to be a small pickup on 1st down, but another 2 yards.
Probably should have cut that up a little bit quicker. He had the alley, the tight end here on the near side, had his block kicked out, Kason Marks. But he had the block kicked out. But I think if he had to do over again, Aussie probably would have cut that up behind the block. He would have got positive yardage instead of just a gain of 3. I saw freshman. Is that not the right guy? I'm going by the number on the roster.
I thought you were talking about Waynesville there for a second.
I was looking at the wrong. Sorry, looking at the wrong side of the roster. That block by Braylon Scott. Look at the wrong side of the roster. Sorry.
Thought we had an answer for our.
But Braylon Scott with a nice block on the outside, and but we'll like to see Aussie kick it up behind his block.
So again, 2nd down and 7. Actually gave him 3 after all said and done. Aussie again on the carry. Moving toward his left, pushes his lead blocker forward, but he's just got nowhere to go. Lost the football, at least according to the Ozark side, but it looks like he may have fallen on it. But it's going to set up 3rd down and long here.
You're not kidding. He did push his blocker forward. I'm not so sure that did him any good, but he did push him out of the way. But then he just had 2 defenders there ready to bring him down right defensive end over there for Ozark, able to penetrate and make the play. Jaron Jenkins, a 6'3", 200-pound defensive end. And now 3rd and 10, and Waynesville a little bit of a spot. This is not, and as we and I have talked during the course of the season, I've seen tonight, this is not a 3rd and long offense. And so we'll see what happens here.
Kelsey Jr. back in the game here. It's actually going to be 2 backs in the backfield. Kelsey Jr. and Aussie. Braylon Scott lined out to the right. Brandon Howard back in at wingback. Again, 3rd down and 10. Ball is on the 37-yard line. Kelsey Jr. on the carry. Runs into his lead blocker here, that being Tyquez Jones, still on his feet, but eventually Ozark's just going to catch up to him here, and it seems like Waynesville's blockers right now doing a little bit better job than Ozark is at impeding the ball carrier.
One guy who did lay down a block is Aussie. He absolutely laid out the defender he ran into. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough help around him, but Aussie got a vicious block on one of the Ozark defenders, but instead it ends up no gain and probably a punt here for Waynesville.
Yeah, unfortunately, Kelsey Jr. just not able to get around Jones on that play. So 4th down and 10. Ozark sending 2 men back to receive. Castro again on to punt. Punt gets away. High spiral punt. This one's going to be returned. Ball fumbled at around the 25. Does pick it back up, but Waynesville able to get there in time. Sam Clark, not a lot of room to run with it. Gets to about the 31 or so.
As much hang time as that punt had, I'm really surprised there weren't more Waynesville defenders down there, hopefully be in a position to pick up that ball, but Waynesville a little slow in getting down the field, and as a result, he had the chance to pick it back up. 1st and 10, Ozark.
So Tyquez Jones on the tackle. We do have a holding penalty, though, called against Ozark on the play.
So we'll take it back 10 yards from the 26-yard line, so they'll have it 1st and 10 at their own 16 by the time they get this
actually, the ball on the 31 here, so how about the 21?
Sorry, 21, sorry.
I've been waiting a long time to be able to correct you.
Yeah, I know. I'm used to a grass field. All those clear markings on a turf field, they confuse me.
The eternal turf grass debate. Well, up here, Class 6.
Oh, no, that's great.
We play on turf every single week. Do not think we've actually played on natural grass here this season.
Well, Nevada, as you know, has a natural grass field, and one of the better ones you'll find. And so, yeah, it'll stay grass as long as it possibly can.
So, again, it will back it up here 10 yards from the spot of the tackle. So, all the way back to the 21 now. Ozark comes out. Again, 6-3 our score.
Yeah, since the penalty was upfield, you take it from the spot of where the ball was.
So out comes this offense once more. Again, Parker Elliott, still the running back here. Spent about 90% of the offense tonight here for Ozark. Still at quarterback, Peyton Russell, pistol formation, takes the snap, hands it off here to Elliott. Hit by Chris Scott. Nice tackle there.
Good tackle. Good
Chris
one-on-one tackle by Scott.
Lowers himself. We know Chris Scott, great one-on-one tackler. We've definitely called his number a lot here this season. That time, bends but doesn't really break. It's kind of a microcosm of the Waynesville defense today. Definitely takes the hit, falls backwards, but he takes Elliott down with him.
Scott, they list him at 175. From here, it looks bigger than that. But, you see a 215-pounder coming out. You know you got a train wreck coming. But he did a good job standing his ground and holds him to a half a yard.
All you got to do is bring him down. Doesn't matter if you're run over, as long as he hits the ground. But anyway, 2nd down and 9 now. Ball on the 22. Gain of 1 when it's all said and done. Another handoff, this time again to Elliott. Elliott again hit, but this time falls forward. Flag on the play, coming in from behind.
Holding call coming up here against Ozark. That's normally in the area of holding.
We actually are starting to get some raindrops outside.
We actually have a targeting call against Ozark. Ozark will be called for targeting in the backfield, or at least helmet to helmet. It's not actually called targeting in high school. It's called helmet to helmet. But unusual where that was thrown in the backfield behind the play. But he indicated helmet to helmet against Ozark. And as you said, a few sprinkles, yeah.
So our official's going to talk it over here. But it will be a penalty on Ozark. So we're not going to be having ourselves a 3rd down and 9 here. We'll have ourselves something completely different. We're going to get a whole new look offensively, though, for Ozark. Several players called in from the sideline. Still talking it over. I think just trying to decide where we're going to mark it. It's going to be helmet-to-helmet contact, like you said, called against Ozark. Solitary boo from across the field.
It's interesting that they're debating. They're going to mark this off from the end of the run rather than from the line of scrimmage. So for that to have, that would have to be like a post-possession penalty for it to be marked off from the end of the run.
Well, whatever the result is.
At any rate, it sort of works out to Waynesville's benefit.
It is going to be 2nd down, and it is going to be 2nd down and long. Ozark now going to line up for the first time 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side, just 5 men up front. 1 back still in the backfield. Again, a whole new look here Going to send a man in motion now, a 5-wide receiver set, empty backfield. Looking to pass, going to be another screen. Pass is caught. Sam Clark, he's got room to go with it. Hit by Jackson, and it's going to be another big gain here on this screen. Sam Clark, we haven't talked about him a whole lot other than his role as the kicker. He is the leading receiver. We did talk about those screens, though, and it does look like that is the case. Ozark just going to look to run some screens here and take advantage maybe of Waynesville's over-aggressiveness. Maybe bit a little hard that time, too.
Yeah, they want to get that ball out in space, let Clark do his work, and that he did. He was able to make the catch around the line of scrimmage on the little quick slant or bubble screen, if you will, and able to get forward for a 3rd and 3. But still a chance for Waynesville to get off the field here. They can stop them on 3rd down.
Gain of 15, so 3rd down and again 3. Ball on the 27. Clark sent in motion out toward the right. Rolling out to his right is Russell. Still looking for a man here. He's going to be sacked in the backfield. It's a big, big loss on the play, and that's almost certainly going to lead to a punt.
Great pursuit on that play. Coming across to get the sack with Caden Ausler. He pursued. Quarterback tried to reverse field. He got down. He broke down. Kept him in his sights and able to get him down with Scott coming in for an assist.
So Sam Clark on to punt it away. Johnny Hedrick back to receive. Waynesville, we'll see what they do here. Already a muffed punt today.
Should get good field position out of this.
Hedrick lined up at about the Waynesville 49-yard line. We know Clark is a good kicker. His first punt pretty solid as well. Punt is away. It's going to be short, end over end. Hedrick going to let it bounce, going to let it roll. Does take a good Ozark roll. Goes out of bounds at about the Waynesville 38 or so.
Yeah, no chance for Hedrick to get to that one. He kicked it to the side on the near side, got the roll out of it. Ends up with about a 40-yard punt, but still decent field position here for the Tigers.
So the Tigers got a 1st down, their first drive of the half, but ultimately led to another 4th down. 4th down and a punt away.
Well, the third quarter going pretty quickly here. 5:36 remaining in it. So, again, chew up that clock, get yourself some first downs. Of course, you want to increase the advantage, which currently sits at 6-3 over Ozark, but use that clock while you're doing it.
Yeah, touchdown makes it a 2-score game. Makes it a 9-point game, 10 with the PAT, 11 with the 2-point conversion. So a touchdown at this point in the game would definitely be ideal here for the Waynesville Tigers. Touchdown's always good. Not just in this situation. It's going to be a handoff here. Nope, keeping it himself here. Michael Kelsey Jr. this time gets through the hole. Going to get himself to about the 45, maybe the 46 or so. Either way, good gain here on 1st down for the junior. It's going to be 2nd down and maybe about 2.
I like the speed game of Waynesville when they go to Kelsey Jr. Kelsey's able to get through that hole a little bit quicker than Aussie can, and that's paying dividends. I think they might want to go back to 2-0 a little bit more often here.
Hayden Most now in the game at quarterback. Haven't seen him carry the football. Usually good for about 7 or 8 carries himself. He'll line up, though, with Kelsey Jr. Brandon Howard, the wingback. Direct snap here to Kelsey Jr. once more. Looks like he's got the 1st down. He'll not get much more than that, but it looks like a gain of 3, which is, of course, enough to move the chains.
Now, not only does he run the ball hard, but he tackles effectively as well. That'd be Parker Elliott, the inside linebacker, in there on the tackle, but not quick enough. 1st and 10 for Waynesville. Another set of downs here with 4:53 to go in the 3rd.
Yeah, able to get some insider information during halftime. Parker Elliott, the leading tackler for Ozark here this season. So Ozark really leaning into that physicality. Definitely makes sense, playing middle linebacker and, of course, playing running back as well this game. But
just a junior, too.
Elliott's certainly kind of the anchor for this Ozark team tonight. So 1st down and 10, ball on the 49-yard line, just shy of midfield for Waynesville. They'll line up one wide receiver to the right here. Castro in at quarterback. Kelsey Jr. Here's a snap that gets away. That one's going to roll all the way back. They're just going to have to fall on this one.
Well, there's the mistake you definitely didn't want to have. Not that you want to have it at any time, but you got momentum. You picked up a 1st down. You're getting positive yardage. And now you get one that just an absolute killer. You end up losing almost 20 yards on this play on a bad snap that just didn't get above ground level. And now Waynesville's got a bad spot there to try to get out of.
Yeah, that's going to make it 2nd down and 28 yards. Again, Caden King, who got injured on the final play, or at least looked like he might have been hurt on the final play. He did come back out for this 3rd quarter, but a rare misfire for King. Basically just rolled that one on the ground. Waynesville lucky to at least get it back here, but they'll still have 28 yards to go as they'll come out here lining up 4 wide receivers. Kelsey Jr. still in the backfield, and again, Castro the quarterback. Castro going to look to pass. Quick release. Has Charlie Getz. Pass is complete. It's not going to be a very big gain, but the pitch and catch does give about 6. It's going to be 3rd down and still a long, long way to go.
Well, Marcus having the defensive back, when you got a 2nd and 28, you're going to give up ground. You just don't want that receiver to get past you, so enough cushion where they're able to complete that pass here on the near side, but now you face a 3rd and, about 21, 22 yards to go here, and still in a bit of a dire straits here. Just try to get what you can And then, well, maybe get inside 4th and 8, something like that. You maybe think about going for it.
So here we go, 3rd and 21 after a gain of 7. Same formation, 3 lined out to the left. Castro rolling out to his left, going to throw it toward the sideline. Pass is going to fall incomplete. Diving on the try there. Looks like the intended receiver was Leland Wright.
Yeah, tough pass to try to complete. Castro going to his left, has to throw against his body, away from his natural throwing motion of being a right-hander. That's a tough pass. Actually threw a pretty decent ball. About a yard closer to the receiver, and you got yourself a catcher on that far sideline.
Ultimately, that misfired snap is going to be a drive killer here. 4th down and 21. Castro will come on to kick it away. Again, 2 men back to receive here for the Ozark Tigers. A couple Sams for you. Sam Savage and Sam Clark back to receive. Punt's going to be let fly. And that's going to get a great Waynesville roll. Going to roll within the 15. They're going to let this one finish up here all the way to the 13. Great punt there for Castro. Got a nice roll on it. And so it's going to pin Ozark deep.
Kind of went up the side of his foot. Looked like it was going to be about a 15-yard punt, but he got a nice kind roll off the turf and somehow managed to stay in bounds until he gets inside the 15-yard line.
And so the Ozark Tigers will begin another drive here on their own 13-yard line. After what was let's do some math here. Use my gifted mind for a second. 12 yards plus 37. That's 49-yard punt. But 49 yards that he needed there. I'm so glad I used all that knowledge. But here we go. 1st down and 10. 4 wide receiver set. Running back lined up to the right. Looks like that is Jack Bowers. Going to send a man in motion off toward the right here. Looking to pass. Another screen design. Hedrick going to catch up to Clark, and that's going to lead to a tackle here. Hedrick got around the block, caught just enough of Clark to allow the rest of the team to catch up. And they finally have this screen read here. It's going to be 2nd down and 10.
Hedrick White able to wrap it up, able to get the runner down to the ground, but a good job by Hedrick. The screen pass to the left side. He recognized it, fought his way through the block, at least slowed him up until Twine got up there to finish off the play, and ends up being, virtually no gain.
Yeah, they're going to say 2nd down and 9 here. 3 wide receivers right, 1 to the left. Ball in the left hash. Again, Bowers in the backfield alongside Russell. Russell takes a snap, again looking to pass. Quick pass off toward the sideline. Catch is made. He's got some yardage. He's got the 1st down. He'll finally be going out of bounds here. Ozark might have wanted a late hit there, but the catch was made by...
Sorry.
There we go. I was waiting for the PA man to give me the assist there. How about Anthony Cordell? Freshman running back there. Going to be credited with that one. So it is going to be enough to move the chains, though. Ozark, 1st down and 10. Ball on the 27. They'll line it up here. Still going to flex a man out left, but they're going to pack it in once more. Pitch out this time. New running back in the ball game here for Ozark. He'll get forward for about 4. Actually, that'll be Cordell on the carry this time.
Jackson coming out to make the tackle. Jackson making the tackle on that play, able to fill the hole. At least holding a short gain. 2nd down and 5 though here for Ozark. Waynesville needs to get them off the field here at least before they get to midfield.
That is actually not Cordell, rather Rory Banks, sophomore wide receiver, playing running back here at the moment. 2nd down and 5 here after the gain. Handoff here to Banks, but he's going to be wrapped up and taken down.
Great penetration coming from the middle of the defensive line for Waynesville. Try to catch a number as they get a pile, but a nice job done there by Riley McCain Kirby. He's able to penetrate, get him for a loss of a yard. Good job. And again, here you go. 3rd and 6, 3rd and long for Ozark. Chance for the Tigers to get off the field.
Loss of 1 on the previous play. 1 wide receiver lined up to each side, tight end to the left. Banks still in the backfield here for Ozark. They're going to fake the handoff. They're going to look for the pass. Pass is complete. 1st down, past the 45. Tegan Scott, a junior outside linebacker, playing wide receiver. Ozark, lots of two-way players for a roster with about 60, 70, maybe 75 players on it.
Nobody picked him up. He just went right down the seam, just a straight pattern right down the hash mark. Nobody for Waynesville picked him up. Easy pitch and catch.
So 1st down here off the 3rd down play. 1 wide receiver to the right, 2 to the left this time. Russell takes a snap, handoff here, nowhere to go. Not having quite as much success with the run game here, Ozark is, with the new running back here. Again, Banks going to lose yardage here, 2nd down and 12.
Franklin Myers on the initial hit, comes on the blitz, gets in the backfield, blows that play up, loss of 2. 2nd down and 12.
So again, 2nd and 12 here. Looks like that might have been the final play of the quarter. Ozark trying to get to the line, but a little bit of miscommunication there. That clock's going to expire, and so we're heading on into the 4th. So a scoreless 1st and a scoreless 3rd here today, which means we're going to decide a winner in 12 minutes. 4th quarter coming up next. Waynesville still out in front. A trip to Nixa on the line. Tigers lead the Tigers 6-3. Back in 60, you're listening to Waynesville Tiger Football, Z102.3.
Hi, this is Brad Shelton at the Marys County Bank. Every day, the Marys County Bank touches every corner of your life and supports you as you turn your life's goals into accomplishments. Whether it's purchasing your first car, opening a small business, buying a home, planning a wedding, or preparing for retirement. From your first car to a new life after retirement, the Marys County Bank is there for all your life's milestones with our full line of products. Stop by one of our 10 locations and see how the Marys County Bank can support your dreams. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
After I drop the kids off, I have to run across town for a meeting, hit the gym during lunch. Jake has soccer tonight, and Emily has gymnastics? Oh, did I turn on the crock pot this morning?
With a never-ending to-do list, it's easy to forget something important, like setting up a life insurance plan with Shelter Insurance. Your local Shelter agent can show you how to create a safety net for your family. Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
For auto, home, life, farm, or business insurance, see me, John Gregory, your Shelter Insurance agent in Crocker.
Or stop by and see me, Dave Howlett, your Shelter Insurance agent in Richland.
Bouncing to the left here. Screenplay, and then he's going to break out into the secondary here. About 5 Tigers had a chance for the tackle. None of them could actually finish off the play, and what really should have been no gain turns it about 20 yards here. They'll convert on 2nd down and 12 as we get started here with the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you got to be sure on that tackle. Once you get there, you're in contact range. Get there, wrap him up. Don't just leap at him. Don't just fly at him where you can't get any leverage. You got to get your shoulder pad on him, get him down to the ground. Those are the plays that the Waynesville defense has to avoid. If Ozark is able to take the lead on this drive, it really puts Waynesville in a tough spot.
1st down and 10. Now ball on the Waynesville 34-yard line here. Shotgun formation. Handoff. Nope. Fake the handoff. Going to throw it out toward the right. Short pass. Tackle made. Tackle that time. Actually, catch made, by Tegan Scott. Good for about 4 yards or so. Looks like they'll give him 5 here. 2nd and 5.
Well, see what Waynesville can come up with again there. Now, Ozark's in 4-down territory here, and they know it. They've got 3 more plays to try to get this 1st down now that they're inside the Waynesville 30-yard line. They got a decent field goal kicker, but from this spot, you're in 4-down territory.
Pistol formation, Banks in the backfield, 1 wide receiver each side. Russell takes a snap, handoff to Banks. Banks with a lot more room this time to run. He'll have the 1st down once more as he gets within the 25-yard line.
It's interesting that Ozark, basically put 11 players within about 7 yards of the football in the first half. Coming up in just a power formation the entire first half. This whole second half has been about the spread formation, spreading out the Waynesville defense, and they're actually benefiting from that by now getting some holes when they try to run up the middle from time to time.
When we heard Coach Barkley talk about it when we, of course, spoke with him earlier, it's a team that throws a lot of looks, doesn't let you get comfortable in any sort of way. 1st down and 10 once more. Ball's on the Waynesville 23-yard line now, just outside the red zone. Russell, a pitch out toward Banks. Banks with plenty of room. He'll cut it up now. He'll get to around the 15, still on his feet as he shakes off another tackler. He's within the 10-yard line, 1st down and goal.
Absolutely nobody out there on that left side or the right side of the Waynesville defense. There was no resistance on the right side of the Waynesville defense at all. All he had to do was turn outfield and get as far as he could.
Ozark quickly to the line here again. 1st down and goal, ball on the 8. Waynesville has found 2 stops in goal line situations here today. We'll see if they can find another one. Definitely the most important tonight. Handoff to Banks here on 1st down. Nowhere to go. Maybe a yard or so. 2nd down and 7.
There you go. Good job by the middle part of the Waynesville defense there on that play. Able to come up with the stop. Riley McCain-Kirby on the initial hit. That's what you got to have. Stuff it on the inside. At least force them into a 2nd and long situation, even though they're on the 8-yard line.
Again, 2nd down and 8. Keeping them within a nice distance from the end zone. All too important here, but do remember they do have a kicker. Might be more just about limiting them to 3 here at this point. Russell going to send a man in motion. Banks still in the backfield. 1 wide receiver lined up left. Fakes the handoff, passing it toward the right sideline. Pass is caught, and he'll trot his way in. He'll actually hit the pylon. Touchdown, Ozark. So Ozark finally breaks through, and Waynesville now finds themselves trailing with 9.5 left to go here in the 4th.
Well, Ozark has just been more effective offensively tonight, even though they hadn't reached the end zone until that point. They've just been a whole lot more effective on the offensive side of the football. And you just kind of felt like it was just a matter of time before they were going to finally break through. And they did. The Waynesville offense has to help out sometime tonight.
So it's an 8-yard touchdown pass. Again, Sam Clark comes on to attempt the PAT. On the catch that time, Sam Clark as well. So he'll try to add the whole 7 here. Snap is high, but the hold is good. Kick is up and through, and it becomes a 4-point game. So a touchdown puts you out in front, but this Waynesville offense, they haven't had much success tonight, but one drive might be all you need. Need to find a way to get back out in front. Again, 10-6 your score, 9:21 to go. You're listening to Waynesville Tiger Football, Z102.3.
Baymont Inn and Suites of St. Robert invites you to enjoy all the comforts of home at the St. Robert Hotel. Conveniently located off I-44, they're only 2 miles from Fort Leonard Wood and close to the best area attractions, including 33 original miles of historic Route 66. They're a proud supporter of the community they serve, the youth, and our military families. Baymont Inn and Suites of St. Robert, located at 139 Carmel Way in St. Robert.
Again?
Yeah.
I'm on my way.
What you put off maintaining today could cost you more later on. When it comes to your vehicle's tires, it's essential for your safety and the safety of others that your tire pressure, tread, and sidewalls are in good shape. Drive with peace of mind.
A-Plus Tire and Lube has all your automotive needs covered, from inspections, oil changes, tires, brakes, and other minor repairs. Our technicians can diagnose problems you're having with your vehicle. We have all the tools and knowledge to fix you up and get you back on the road. Stop in today, 615 Historic Route 66 West in Waynesville.
Okay, return here for Rashad Joshua as we get back to it here. Brings it out to about the 27-yard line or so. Waynesville trails for the first time in this ballgame. An 8-yard touchdown pass from Peyton Russell to Tegan Scott. Puts Waynesville down here by 4, 10-6 with 9:15 now left to go here in this contest. Connor Harbit, Mike Harbit here with you today. Z102.3. Time for Waynesville to wake up the offense. 1 touchdown today, but another one would put them back on top. See what they do here to get it done here. 2 running backs in the backfield. Snap goes here to Ossie on first down. Has a nice hole, but runs into a would-be tackler for another short gain of about 3.
Well, with 9 minutes to go in the ballgame, that clock, now that Waynesville is trailing, that clock's going to seem like it's at lightning speed. These drives are ultra incredible. You got to figure at this point, if you're Waynesville, you're not getting the ball back. You have to figure that if Ozark gets the ball back, they're going to find a way to run out the clock. This is the ultimate drive right here for the Tigers.
It's now under 9 minutes left to go. 8:45 to be precise. 2nd down and 6 after a gain of 4 for Ossie. Kelsey Jr. this time on the carry here. Gets through to the 40-yard line, to the 45. That'll be enough for a first down and then some.
That's been their best play tonight. Off that left tackle. On the run by Kelsey and off the left tackle. That's been by far their best play tonight. Not that you run it every play, but you keep it certainly in your back pocket ready when you need it.
Yeah, certainly. Kelsey Jr. following Ossie through that hole, letting Ossie kind of do the power work, and then use that speed, break away when you're ready. First down and 10, ball on the 44 to be precise. Handoff here to Ossie on first down. He's pushing and shoving. He's actually going to carry a large Ozark pile for several more yards.
Might have got the first down out of that.
Pushes those legs forward, gets to around the first down marker. Gain of 9, it looks like, and so it'll be 2nd down and 1.
Depending on the spot here, and right at the 46-yard line, I think he's got it.
Might we measure it here? We might. We'll see. They're certainly looking at it.
I'm not sure where the down marker is going. There you go. I'm not sure what he was doing, but
well,
now he said first down. Took a while. But
they'll set it up here, but again, first down and 10. Now actually they'll blow the whistle.
The chain gang settled down over there on that far sideline, so blow it dead, let get everybody set.
Of course, the chain gang
had a little trouble getting communicated to everybody that was the first down.
Same chain gang we've had all season long. Some friends down there, some colleagues. Allie and the guy Hilliard.
Well, they tell you don't move until you're told to move. So I just can't figure out why the down marker was going backwards.
I would say wishful thinking, but obviously not with Waynesville on the offensive side of the ball here. So actually, we're still yet to get going here. Still yet to blow the whistle. 8:08.
Now they're going to take them back.
Well, now they're going to say 2nd down and 1. It's the difference between maybe 1 inch and a first down.
Wow. So 2nd and literally inch or 2 here.
Well, at this point, just measure the football.
Well, exactly.
You obviously can't decide. Just measure it.
Exactly. They should change out.
Well, either way, it'll be 2nd down in inches here. Snap to Castro. He'll hand it off. Reverse back the other way. Kelsey Jr. He's going to be around the first down marker, and I think he got the yard he needed.
I'm a little concerned there. It looked like Huntley and Mellendorf was going to be able to get him wrapped up in the backfield, but he was able to turn upfield just in time to get that first down yardage. Fortunately, only needed about 3 inches, and he ended up getting a yard.
So first down and 10 here. We eventually got there. Ball now on the 45-yard line.
After every play, everybody's going to be looking at that scoreboard, saying how much time is left. That clock runs in a hurry.
Now 7:43. Aussie in the game at running back. Josh Way, wing back, one wide receiver. Aussie on the carry. Aussie going to hit the hole here. Aussie on his feet, past the 40, still on his feet to around the first down marker once more. Past the 35, and it looks like he's got it. They'll give him the 34. Gain of 11, first down and 10.
Well, I mentioned earlier, this is the drive for your season right here, and Waynesville offensively is playing like it. Offensive line is getting some holes. Running backs are going hard. They recognize that this is for their season on this drive.
You can believe it. This has been the near longest drive for Waynesville here tonight at 2 minutes. Strange to say, but it's true. Waynesville, their scoring drive tonight, scored lightning quick. Other drives have been 3 and out and less. So here we go, another first down and 10 with the ball on the 34-yard line. Aussie still in the backfield here. Josh Way sent in motion. Taking the handoff to Josh Way. Kelsey Jr. up the middle. He's going to slash to the secondary. He's going to be tackled by the last man back, but he's within the red zone. Ball now down to the 15-yard line. Another gain of 19 on the play for Kelsey Jr.
Just enough misdirection on that play where it froze the linebackers for Ozark. They were not sure which direction they needed to go. That gave Kelsey Jr. the room he needed just to dash up the middle of the field, get to the 15-yard line. Waynesville in business with 7 minutes to go.
Under 7 minutes to go. Timeout situation, by the way. Both teams have all of them. First down and 10. Again, 15-yard line. 15 yards to the lead. Aussie in the backfield alongside Aiden Must. Direct snap here to Aussie. Aussie trying to follow his line here. Gets maybe a few inches.
Well, he took a blow right to the midsection there on a solid hit. Somebody coming up from the secondary trying to pick up a number. Looked like it was Jordan Giles. Aussie was stood up, and he took a blow right to the midsection and gets right back up to his feet, but a solid tackle there by Giles.
So that means no gain here. Second down and 10. We'll stay at the 15-yard line. But almost halfway through this fourth quarter now. 6:15 now on the clock. This drive about 3 minutes long. Josh Way, your wing back. Aussie still in the backfield. Brian Castro, the quarterback. Snap comes to Aussie. Aussie moving toward his left, trying to bounce it out toward the sideline. He cuts it up. He's past the 10 to the 5. Finally pushed out of bounds, just shy of the end zone. Where will they give it?
They're going to be first and goal by the time they spot this at the 3-yard line.
It's going to be placed at the 3-yard line. Yes, it is. First down and goal. Waynesville 3 yards to the lead. Just need to find one more play. 1, 2, 3. It actually does not matter as long as you find those 3 yards.
Actually, now you're at the spot where you want that clock to run. You want to score with as little time left on the scoreboard as you can now.
You're certainly right. So 1, 2, 3 plays. It really does not matter how many plays you run as long as you punch that ball in the end zone. I'm sure at this point, Coach Barkley just wants that lead back. Josh Way, wing back to the right. Aussie in the backfield alongside Aiden Most, who is your quarterback. Josh Way sent in motion. Direct snap here to Aussie. Aussie trying to move it up the middle here. He's going to be stopped. Eventually pushed back. We'll see where they place this one out. We'll see if he got at least a yard or so. They'll say at the 2-yard line.
It's probably too early, but I'm sitting here thinking, wonder if Ozark starts using timeouts to try to save as much time as they can. 5:18 on the clock, probably a little bit early for that yet. But Ozark has to be concerned about how much time they're going to get the ball with if Waynesville goes on to score here.
Yeah, got to remember, Ozark's drives have not been very fast today. They've been productive, 2 scoring drives today.
They do have the ability to go to the air.
But they do take a lot of time when they go to their preferred offense. 2 backs in the backfield this time, Aussie and Kelsey. Aussie takes the handoff. Aussie keeps it for himself. He's hit near the goal line. I think he's going to be short once more, and it's going to leave it 3rd down and 1. Now remember, Waynesville still has 2 plays left to score here.
It is definitely no doubt about it. 4-down territory, but they're getting it a yard at a time. It looked like there might be enough of a seam there to where he gets squeezed through to that end zone, but they closed in a hurry. But here we go.
2 plays to destiny here. Now 4.5 minutes left to go here in this game. Same formation with Josh Way lined up to the left. Ball, low snap, drop, but Kelsey Jr., he carries it through the end zone. Hear the Tiger roar. Touchdown, Waynesville. Tigers back on top. They take 3 plays to gain 3 yards, but it's Kelsey Jr. who punches it in from 1 yard out, his 2nd touchdown run of the day. So we now get a flag after the fact.
We're going to get an unsportsmanlike conduct, I believe.
I think Aussie might be flagged here. Flag came around Aussie, and Aussie he looks like he's the one.
Oh, oh man, that could be a killer. It will not affect the touchdown. It's still a touchdown, but an unsportsmanlike conduct. But that's going to make Waynesville have to kick the ball instead of the 35 from the 20-yard line. Now, I believe Ozark has an option here. They can actually have Waynesville. They can actually take the penalty here if they want.
It's now a 2-point game.
Which instead of the 3-yard line would take it back to the 18.
Of course, we know Finn does have quite a leg on him. Of course, the first kick today was blocked, but it looks like they might take it here on this kick.
Well, you want that penalty here because it's only a 2-point lead. Obviously, getting a 2-point conversion from the 18-yard line is going to be incredibly difficult, and that means a field goal is put into play for Ozark when they get the ball back with 4:18 to go. Then all they have to do, assuming they hold, Waynesville's going to go for the PAT. Sorry, so I'm so used to debating running 2-point conversion. Sorry, but PAT here, you're at least making a field goal lead.
Finn going to have to boot his longest kick of the year. Snap is high. Castro holds. Ball is kicked once again. The Waynesville line just not being able to hold this Ozark line. Second kick is blocked, and it's going to be 12-10. Doesn't matter how far that kick would have gone if your line just collapses like that.
Well, the high snap, first of all, kind of doomed that kick. It was a very high snap, and the timing was completely off. And got two Ozark players who were hurt on the play.
Yeah, 2 Tigers are down, but we'll still take a break. Waynesville back on top. That's the most important thing for now. 12-10 our score. Again, 4:18 left to go in this contest. We're back in 60. You're listening to Tiger Football, Z102.3.
Pests can really bug you. I know they bug me. But you can get rid of all types of pests and protect your family, home, and environment by calling the folks at A to Z Exterminating. A to Z Exterminating provides the best pet and human-friendly treatments 7 days a week and education to help you keep your home pest-free. And of course, reasonable prices. A to Z Exterminating for your home or lawn, whether it's an emergency or you want to schedule an appointment, call today at 573-336-4448. A to Z Exterminating, offering the best service throughout the area.
Mechanic. Oh, yeah, the blue sedan. Yeah, you brought that in when? 2 days ago? Oh, yeah, 2 weeks ago. I got 3 of my best men on it now. Hey, Ronnie, turn up the tunes and pass the nachos. Work time was yesterday.
Your life can't wait. That's why here at Action Automotive of St. Robert, we take time to walk you through what's going on with your vehicle and come up with an affordable solution. From engine overhauls to oil changes, Action Automotive of St. Robert has you covered. Action Automotive St. Robert.
Back here once more, 2 injured Ozark Tigers on the play, including one of your wide receivers, Tegan Scott, injured on the play. Looks like the other injured Ozark Tiger was Ruben Arvizu, a defensive lineman here. So, what's important at the moment, despite the block kick, Waynesville is back out in front. A 1-yard touchdown run for Michael Kelsey Jr. They're back out in front by 2. 12-10 our score with 4:18 left to play here in this district quarterfinal. Connor Harbit, Mike Harbit with you, Z102.3. 3 men back to receive here for Ozark. 1 man further back than the others, but
well, hopefully at one point this doesn't make a huge difference in this game, but the defense can make the difference for Waynesville.
Tyrell Finn again on to kick it. Kicks it to about the 10-yard line or so. Ball is picked up here. Going to try to return it up the middle. Big gap here. He's past the 30 to about the 34-yard line. 24-yard return. That time it was Anthony Cordell. We do have a flag, though, here on the return.
This could be a big penalty against Ozark, which will back them up closer to their goal line. This could be a holding call against the Ozark Tigers.
Waynesville has won the penalty battle here tonight. It's going to be unsportsmanlike against Ozark. So add another 5 yards here.
That will get you a near full from the Ozark coaching staff. You just cost your team 15 yards.
So we've had 2 unsportsmanlikes now in 2 consecutive plays. I think right now you got to tell your boys, it's a dogfight. Don't let yourself get your head out of the game. You got to remain calm emotionally out there.
Well, the Waynesville defense right now has to kind of get themselves focused in on the fact that they're probably going to see some screen passes here. Ozark does have the ability to go to the air. They've got to be aware. Just do your job. It is all about job responsibility. Hold your area, and everything will be fine. But then I would not be surprised if Ozark just tries to get balls out on short passes, try to get the receivers in open space, and try to make their way down the field into at least field goal area. Field goal territory, pardon.
So the ball was returned originally to the 34-yard line, but they'll back it up 15 to the 19-yard line, meaning Ozark will have to go 81 yards. They have 3 timeouts, 4 minutes, 12 seconds here on the clock. Both teams have all their timeouts.
They've got plenty of time and plenty of timeouts. Just a matter of Waynesville executing defensively.
Shotgun formation, 3 wide receiver set, 2 to the left. Man set in motion, that's Giles moving toward the right here. Snap is handed off to Russell. Russell looking toward the sideline. Pass is caught. Tackle immediately made. Good hit there. But the pass is complete here. We'll see where they put it. Looks like they'll actually lose a few yards here on the tackle.
A good job by Amon Fowler. Get up. He gave a little bit of a cushion, but when the ball was headed his way, he crashed hard, held him to a 4-yard pickup.
So actually, ball was caught about 8 yards down the field. Actually turns into 2nd down and 5. Moved backwards after making the catch. 3:42 now on the clock. Taking a lot of time here at the line. Now 20 on the play clock. Trying to make Waynesville jump perhaps. Now they'll run the play. Russell looking deep. Throwing it into coverage. Hedrick had a chance at it but couldn't bring it in. Pass falls incomplete.
Tried to one-hand it. That's about the only chance he had. But again, good coverage. Quarterback throwing into double coverage. The quarterback for Ozark, Peyton Russell, throwing into double coverage. So apparently that was the target all along. But good job defensively by Waynesville. They had the receiver bracketed and no chance for them to be successful on that reception. And Hedrick able to knock the ball down.
Second time Hedrick's had an opportunity and an interception here tonight, but he's been good in deep coverage here in this ball game. 3rd down and 5. 4 wide receiver set, 1 back in the backfield. Looking for that quick pass. The comebacker route's caught. Out of bounds he goes. 1st down Ozark.
Again, Waynesville giving up ground. They're giving a 10-yard cushion, so it's kind of pitch and catch right now for Ozark. When they start getting towards midfield, you got to tighten that up, remembering that Ozark only has to kick a field goal.
We saw the leg of Sam Clark earlier tonight. He can make it from quite a ways out. Need to keep him as far back as possible. 1st down and 10. Giles sent in motion toward the right. Snap to Russell, looking for the screen. Pass is caught. Waynesville caught behind the play. But tackled from behind is the receiver on that one. It's going to be about 7 or 8. Looks like on the catch that time was Rory Banks, that running back.
Well, again, Waynesville's just not recognizing that screen. You got 5 defenders racing for the quarterback. Somebody's got to recognize there's a screen pass coming.
More interested in the sack. Need to get the knockdown. Or better yet, the interception. 2nd down and 1 after the gain of 9. Again, 4 wide receivers looking for that quick pass once again. Almost intercepted. Was it? No, looks like it's going to be catch made. Trying to jump that pass was Johnny Hedrick once more. You can tell he wants it. Couldn't find it, though. Pass is caught at midfield. 2:37 now left to go. Again, ball on the 50. 1st down and 10.
Nick Goose making a nice reception there with the defender on him.
Again, 4 wide receivers. Again, ball at midfield. Russell again looking toward his left. Now steps up in the pocket. Now going to try to run it. He crosses the line of scrimmage. He'll be taken down after a run of 3 or 4. That's not the play Ozark's necessarily looking for here. That will keep the clock moving here as we approach the 2-minute mark.
Good job by Franklin Myers. He kind of played the spy on the quarterback. He had dropped back in coverage, but recognized he's going to run and got on him quickly.
No huddle offense here. Russell back to the line. Same formation. Again, man sent in motion toward the left, but a flag before the snap.
Got motion.
Might have illegal motion here on Ozark, which would back him up 5. We got 1:59 left to play. False start called here on Ozark. Turns 2nd down and 7 into 2nd down and 12.
Well, getting down to crunch time now. 1:59 to go in the ball game, and Ozark at midfield. They'll be back on their side of the 50 after this penalty is marked off. But Waynesville cannot afford. I got to figure the Clark, the kicker, he could probably go, judging by his warm up, probably 35, 40 yards. So you got to start thinking about clamping down here and making sure they don't get past your 40.
So they'll move it back here. Ball back again, like you said, on the Ozark side of the field. Ball now on the 48-yard line. 2nd down and 12. Same formation. Banks is the running back. Now he'll flex out to the right here. 5 wide receiver set. Empty backfield. Russell going to send the man in motion. Waynesville showing blitz. Chris Scott coming from the backside, but it's another screen pass. Pass is caught. Again, it's the freshman on the carry. He's going to have himself the 1st down. He's going to go up the sideline. That's not the play you wanted here. Again, it's that freshman. It's that same screen up the middle that's burned Waynesville all night tonight.
Just run that bubble screen, and Waynesville has yet to react to that screen pass positively. Again, they're getting, obviously, pressure on the quarterback, but that's exactly what Ozark wants them to do. Just throws over the top of it, the bubble screen through the middle, or tunnel screen is what they call it, actually, and just plenty of green turf out in front of him, and now Ozark's certainly in business.
It's all about making adjustments, and Waynesville has not adjusted to that play all night tonight. The sack is not as important as just keeping that ball down.
And Ozark sending their wideouts just right down the field, taking the defensive backs out of the play.
1st down and 10, ball now on the 22, approaching field goal range. Remember, a field goal wins this one. 1:37 on the clock. Russell rolling out toward his right. Going to pass it toward the sideline. Has a man open. Pass is caught. And he'll head out of bounds at about the 14-yard line or so.
Hedrick on the tackle, force him out of bounds. That stops the clock with 1:31 to go. JT Phillips on that pickup, but Ozark's got plenty of time and a pretty good kicker. They know that it's in their hands right now if they execute.
Yeah, they're certainly going to take their time here knowing they've got that kicker. 1:19. Now down to 1:15. 2 wide receivers, 1 to each side. Handoff here to Banks. He's got nowhere to go. He's going to be wrapped up and taken down. We'll see if Ozark perhaps takes their first timeout, and that they will.
Well, I was wondering if it's going to be Ozark or Waynesville calling timeout. Because if you're Ozark, you're okay with the clock running down. If you're Waynesville, you got 3 timeouts to use. You got to try it, knowing they're going to kick a field goal here at some point, and you got to save some time for yourself.
Yeah, kick a field goal, but I think Ozark's still hunting for that touchdown, perhaps.
I think so.
Because remember, Waynesville can kick a field goal as well.
It's going to be 3rd down, so this is the play right here. If Waynesville makes a stop, then you got to bet that Ozark's going to send the kicker out on the field. Ozark would probably want to Waynesville would want to call a timeout then, just to make sure they at least get some time saved on that clock in case there's a make.
It'll be 3rd down and 6 when we come back. It was a loss of 4 on the play.
That was a positive thing. From right here, if Waynesville is able to make a stop right here at the line of scrimmage, that would make it a 35-yard field goal attempt. And I started to say the wind's been blowing pretty good, but of course the state would have it. The wind is absolutely gone now. The flag is hanging limp over in the corner of the end zone.
And the rain, for the most part, has stopped here at Tiger Stadium. Here we go, 3rd down and 6. 1:06 on the clock. Ball on the 18-yard line. Russell, shotgun formation, takes the snap. Fakes the handoff, looking for the quick pass. Pass is dropped, but a flag's going to come out. It's going to be pass interference called against Waynesville. First down.
That was an obvious call. Waynesville crowd won't like it, but it was the call. He was there way too early on defense, climbed the back of the receiver, and easy call to make by the official. And we got another flag, I think, just thrown on the Waynesville sideline.
Yeah, you got to remain emotionally calm here, and now you've just given Ozark the ball within probably the 10-yard line or so, where they can just make it a touchdown and then make it 6 or bust for Waynesville here. So, we'll see where the calls come in. We'll see where they place the football.
Well, yeah, we're going to have you're going to have half the distance to the goal line on the pass interference. That normally a 15-yard penalty. It'll be half the distance to the goal line because the ball's inside the 20. And then you're going to have another unsportsmanlike conduct call against the Waynesville sideline, which I don't really know why they were arguing that call. It was obvious pass interference. He was there way too early.
Well, Waynesville has had a problem at times this year with the unsportsmanlike conduct penalties. We preach just staying calm, letting your actions on the field do the work. But we will get almost signaled it toward Ozark. I was about to say, I don't know what Ozark could have possibly done to earn an unsportsmanlike there.
When you get the flag thrown at you, which the official did, he literally threw it to the Waynesville sideline from the hash mark. You know that call's coming up against you, but...
Well, after all said and done, it's 13 yards worth of penalties.
And the best that Waynesville can hope for now with a minute to go is just hope for it, keep them out of the end zone, and that they miss a field goal.
1:02. Shotgun formation. Handoff here. Peyton Elliott on the carry. He's tripped up, going to fall at about the 5-yard line.
Nice tackle there by Franklin Myers. He again shoots the gap, and now you're going to have a timeout called. Timeout, I believe, probably called by Waynesville to try to save some time on.
Looks like timeout actually came from the Ozark.
Okay, well, that actually may benefit Waynesville if they score quickly.
Yeah, I was even about to say, knowing that they can kick the field goal and that they can take the lead here, there might be value in letting them score, just so you have some time on the clock to maybe go for some kind of a home run play.
I still think you want to take your chances with a field goal at this point because nothing's a certainty in a high school football game on a field goal. So I still think, especially with as wide as the hash marks are in high school football, if you make them kick from an angle on one of the hash marks, you just have to take your chances there.
So when we come back here after the Ozark timeout, again, the Tigers of Ozark will have 1 timeout remaining. Waynesville still has all 3 of theirs. This is going to be a very long minute, I'll tell you right now. We'll come back 2nd down and 5 from about the 4.5. It's 2nd down and goal.
Well, I think you're probably going to get another steady dose of Elliott here out of the backfield trying to power their way in. Although I don't see him out there.
Yeah, Elliott not out there.
Oh,
It's
there he
back-
is. No, he is
Nope.
out there. He is
It's actually going to be a multi-running back set. You also have Banks out there as well.
Looks like Elliott may be the fullback in this set.
Yeah, they're going to line up with him lined up to the right. You've also got number 61 here lined up at fullback.
Who doesn't know where he's supposed to be.
Does not know. Now he'll line up next to the line here. Just maybe looking for a bit more of a push up front. It's actually going to be a quarterback keeper. Flag is thrown on the play. Throw out to the right. Pass is caught by Elliott. He'll lower his shoulder. He's in. Touchdown Ozark. But now we have to wait.
We got an offensive penalty coming up.
Let's see where the flag comes in for Ozark. It's going to be a flag on Ozark.
That is all because of the fact that they did not know where they were supposed to be lined up.
Arvizu.
That name's going to haunt me the rest of the weekend. But at any rate, he did not know where he was supposed to be. And he ends up, I believe, the player that's going to be called for false start as he was not set when that ball was snapped.
So we back it up 5 yards here. Clock did still run a little bit. Now down to 44. But it's going to be second down and goal here from the 10. Would be about a 26-yard field goal from here.
Well, still only second down. They get the down back. So they still have a couple more plays to work with here. Waynesville's just got to make this a possible field goal as long as possible. And hopefully from an angle, if they can.
Second down and goal. Ball on the 10-yard line now. One wide receiver each side with Banks in the backfield. No Elliott here on this particular play.
Watch the screen pass.
Russell takes a snap here, looking toward the air, looking toward his left, now going toward his right. Just going to throw this one away.
Well, that could be grounding.
Is that going to be intentional grounding? No flag just yet. Did he leave the pocket? There was nobody in the area.
Now, you are allowed in high school football to throw the ball away. But again, that didn't used to be the case. That just a couple of years ago, that would have been grounding. But again, he has to be outside the pocket, and that was certainly pretty close.
So no grounding here means it'll just be third down and goal from the 9. 4 seconds ran off on that play. 40 seconds left to go here in this one.
Well, they obviously had a play, and he knew immediately who his target was. If it wasn't open, his instructions were to chuck it to the stands.
And he did just that here. So third down and 9. Peyton Elliott back in the ballgame. He is your running back. Giles sent in motion off toward the left. Russell takes a snap. Hand off to Russell. Russell hit in the backfield. Franklin Myers comes up with the contact. They'll push him back. Forward momentum's going to be called, and it comes down to a field goal.
And it will. I believe you're going to see the field goal kicker out there, but what a play by Myers, who's gimpy now after that tackle. But he, again, shot the gap, got into Elliott, drove him backwards, and now Ozark with a decision to make on what's going to end up being fourth down from the 13-yard line.
Well, obviously, it's going to be fourth down at about,
I think they just used their last time out.
It's going to be fourth down at about 13.
Yeah, well, it's fourth and goal from the 13-yard line.
It's going to be a 28-yard field goal.
Yeah, so Ozark have just used their last timeout to talk about what they're going to do here.
Obviously, ideal here. They go for it on fourth down. You find a stop. That's pretty much ball game. You just have to take a couple knees, and Waynesville will move on. If they kick a field goal, well, you got to hope they miss, or you got to hope that you break through and find a block here in this one. Those are pretty much your two scenarios. If they make the field goal, well, then you have two timeouts, to go for a home run of some kind and win this football game on some sort of a miracle. But it really all starts with this first play. You can't start thinking about what you have to do offensively before you take care of business defensively. So we will see here.
It all comes down to this play, and with Ozark calling timeout, I'm not so sure that they're going to kick a field goal here. They may be going for this here on fourth down from the 12-yard line. Nope, they're going to kick the field goal.
Yep, Sam Clark out onto the field. On to hold, Connor McMurray. Backup quarterback on to hold. So again, it's going to be about a 28-yard field goal try from the 12-yard line. Now we have a whistle. Timeout taken here by Waynesville. Going to try to ice the kicker here. That's their second timeout.
Yep, ball will be teed down. It looks like the hole is going to actually be at the 19-yard line. Now, the wind has picked back up again, Connor. Do you want to squeeze the timeout in, or you're good?
I think we're good here.
All right, but the wind has picked back up. The wind, it's a crosswind. When you look at the flag, he's got a crosswind. It's not the longest field goal in the world, but, at the high school level, they're all pretty long. But crosswind is picking up here a little bit from left to right across the field, blowing towards the stands from the visitor side. So you got to have that in your thinking. He's going to be kicking from the left side. It is not a straight-on kick.
You have to kick it from here. You can't center the football. It's fourth down.
If you're Waynesville, don't jump, but try to get penetration. Get hands up in the air.
So here we go. Sam Clark again lining up. It's about a 28-yard try. Connor McMurray on for the hold. Waynesville crowd on their feet. Whistle blows. Snap is good. Kick is up and away. It is through the uprights and good, and Ozark takes the lead. Second field goal of the day for Sam Clark, and Ozark takes the lead with 26 seconds left to go here in this ballgame.
Well, and remember, after Waynesville scored, what'd they have? Unsportsmanlike conduct. That pushed the ball back to the 18-yard line on that penalty. They missed the extra point. 1 point difference.
And those penalties, those unsportsmanlike conduct penalties for non-football actions, they will kill you. They will kill you. It's one thing to get the pass interference. It's a complete other scenario to mouth off and get yourself even more yardage.
Well, if you got the ball at the 3-yard line, you might actually think about going for 2 to try to get a 4-point advantage in that situation. If you feel good about your running game, which Waynesville certainly could have, because they ran the ball really well on that drive that they ultimately scored on. But once the unsportsmanlike conduct call hit, that took the 2-point conversion out of the equation. You just have to hope that you can make a long extra point. And that was a very costly penalty. Not that cost them the game or anything, but still 2-point game as opposed to a 3-point game. At least right now, your worst case scenario is overtime. If you make the extra point.
If you make the extra point, which of course both kicks have been blocked here today. But Sam Clark is on to kick. 2 men back to receive. Looks like back there you've got Josh Way. You've also got Tawasi back to receive.
Well, you got to return this about the midfield if you've got a shot.
You can always go for the home run play. Clark can approach the football. Kick is up and away. Solid kick once more, but returnable. Josh Way going to actually muff that ball at about the 13-yard line. Still going to pick it up and run with it, but he's going to be tackled all the way at about the 17-yard line. The muff leads to a very small return.
It does. That muff killed all the momentum in that return, and with 20 seconds, now you got to go about 82 yards. It's going to be very difficult for a team that doesn't necessarily have a high-octane offense to begin with.
Well, let's think of your options here. You can put the ball on the ground. You can hope that Kelsey Jr. can find a hole. You can go to the air. You're 1 for 2 from the air today, but your passing game, it's not a long yardage passing game. You have options. You can hope for a miracle. This game ain't over. But you're going to need some kind of a miracle.
Well, you need to figure out a way to get to midfield very quickly, and then take your chances from there.
So the lineup, 3 wide receivers right. 1 back in the backfield, it's Aussie. 1 wide receiver left. Castro looking toward the air. He's going to throw it out toward his right. Pass is caught in the middle of the field. That's only going to find about 5 or 6 yards. That's about the last place you want to throw the football.
I got to use their last timeout.
And that'll burn the timeout.
I think they were hoping to get a first down on that play. Clock stops and move the chains. Get up there and spike the ball real quick. But since he didn't get the first down, you got to burn your last timeout.
So Waynesville will take their last timeout. 12 seconds. 12 seconds to go 72 yards. If you want to continue on with your season.
Well, if you got a hook and ladder play, this is the time to bring it out.
The old Boise State Statue of Liberty. How far did that play go?
That's pretty close.
It's the earliest college football game I can remember.
Yeah, that was only about a 20-yard play. Against Oklahoma?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was about a
Fiesta Bowl.
Play. Yeah,
greatest football game of all time.
Yeah, that was only from about 15, 20 yards out. But still, that was a heck of a play.
You can still find 72 if you run it right. But either way, whatever you run, you could run a halfback dive up the middle. But whatever you run, it needs to go 72 yards.
And if they do get a first down, the clock will stop to move the chains. You've got to line up quickly, get that ball spiked to at least get yourself one more play.
So they'll take the full timeout here. It feels like this one might be the first timeout that's gone the full 60 seconds tonight.
A lot of discussion about what they're going to do. This is it right here.
But this might be the last play of Waynesville's season.
If they don't get a first down and don't get out of bounds, it'll definitely be their last play. I don't think they can get another play off.
4 wide receivers left. Ozark playing that prevent defense. They will jam up, though, on the man far out. Castro looking toward the air here. Steps up in the pocket. He's going to look to run it. A rare quarterback run. He's going to keep it, though. He's going to be hit hard. Hit at the end, and we might have another helmet-to-helmet. 4 seconds left on the clock. Waynesville's going to get a few extra yards.
We're going to get 15 yards on the end of this play due to the contact by Ozark, helmet-to-helmet. And it's going to add 15 yards with 4 seconds and at least gives you a breath of life.
Well, Brian Castro stepping up and deciding to break out the quarterback run. He's not necessarily a running quarterback. That might be the first time we've actually seen him tuck it and run. But he's going to get a few yards off of it, and then he's going to get some more off the penalty. But remember, 4 seconds now.
Officials still sorting it out. Now they're getting ready to mark off the penalty here, but
it's going to bring him across midfield.
Vicious hit. but he got him right underneath the chin strap, and that's going to add on 15 yards. And again, at least gives you a chance. Although this probably, barring a defensive penalty, this should be the last play of the game. At least you got a chance.
Do you have an arm? Do you have the running play?
Well, you just need to get a guy out in space and then see what he can do.
Let's see what happens here. 1st down and 10. This is almost certainly the final play of the game. Castro looking to go. It's actually Aiden Moss, the quarterback, but he's going to be taken down from behind. Quarterback sack, and Waynesville will lose this football game 13-12. They put the ball in the hands of Aiden Moss, who has not attempted a pass all season long, and he'll be sacked. 10 this football game.
4 receivers standing down there at the 10-yard line, but just never got the chance to try to throw it down there.
And so that'll be the ball game here. Ozark will move on to face their COC rivals at Nixa next week. But what we will do, well, we'll do what we always do. We'll come back here in a couple minutes. We'll wrap this one up. We'll go over your box score, some thoughts in this one, and then I'll set you up for, well, what we've got coming up in the winter, because that'll do it for our fall sports here this year. So come back here in a couple minutes. Again, final score in this one, Ozark 13, Waynesville 12. Waynesville, their season comes to a close here tonight. You're listening to Tiger Football here on Z102.3.
For over 50 years, Post Pawn in St. Robert has been offering the best prices in the area on firearms, ammunition, and shooting and reloading supplies. Also find new and used military clothing and gear, as well as pre-owned power tools and compound bows, and new and used musical instruments and supplies. Get a 90-day layaway on anything. And if you have your guns shipped to Post Pawn or selling them to another individual, they only charge a $25 transfer fee. That's Post Pawn in the Gateway Shopping Center in St. Robert.
As the road you travel changes, so can your insurance needs. Talking with Farmers Insurance Agent Linda Tanner can help you assess whether you're ready for the journey ahead. Call Farmers Agent Linda Tanner today at 573-426-3241. That's Farmers Insurance Agent Linda Tanner, 573-426-3241.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
Shuggy's Fashion and Beauty Supplies in St. Robert sells cosmetics, clothing, and accessories for women. Miss Shuggy is kind and knowledgeable about hair and related products, gives great deals, and can also special order items. Shuggy's Fashion and Beauty Supplies offers a wide selection of beauty supplies, hair accessories, purses, pictures, and even men's products. Open 9 to 7 every day but Sunday, Shuggy's Fashion and Beauty Supplies is a hidden gem in St. Robert. Check out Shuggy's Fashion and Beauty Supplies today at 1018 Missouri Avenue in St. Robert.
Seeger Toyota of St. Robert is the place to go to find just the right pre-owned car, truck, van, or SUV. We have over 22 different makes in stock and over 200 units available, with over 70 being Toyotas. So if you've not been able to find what you want or need, it could be we have it right here and ready for you. And if you just want to sell one of your vehicles, for whatever reason, we buy cars every day and with less hassle than those online companies. Plus, we deliver on our promises and have been for over 50 years. That's Seeger Toyota of St. Robert, next to Walmart and at SeegerToyota.net.
As the years go by, everything gets older. Even the new seeds just planted. Getting older means getting wiser. And in the banking business, that means keeping up with the times. For 112 years, the Bank of Crocker has met the needs of the Fort Wood area and exceeded those needs with the most modern banking services available. With Android and Apple mobile banking apps. And at bankofcrocker.com, online banking is a click away no matter where you are. Personal hometown service, however, has not changed. That's one thing that's stayed the same as the Bank of Crocker turns 112. The Bank of Crocker, with 4 locations in Crocker, Richland, Waynesville, and St. Robert. Member FDIC and an equal housing lender.
Life giver. Nurturer.
Hero. Best friend.
They were our happy place, our inspiration. They were who helped create the fabric of our own existence. And now they're gone, but not ever forgotten.
At Memorial Chapels and Crematory, respecting your wishes, serving your family, and keeping your memories safe is what matters most to us.
And then some. I got one more minute. Actually, no, I'll just come back. Back here at Tiger Stadium again, this one in the books. Unfortunately, Waynesville's season comes to a close here tonight. They fall to the Ozark Tigers 13-12. A walk-off field goal, as it turns out. Waynesville, unfortunately, coming up short. A last-second Hail Mary ends up a quarterback sack to close Waynesville's season. out this year. So again, Connor Harbert, Mike Harbert, wrapping this one up. Our brief post game here today as we go ahead and start with your box score here today. The scoring was limited to 2 quarters here in this one. No score in the first quarter, but Waynesville struck first in the second. It was a 61-yard touchdown run, longest play of the game for either side. Michael Kelsey Jr., the first of his 2 touchdowns here today, made it 6-0 after the PAT was blocked. We now know that's a big play in the grand scheme of things, that blocked PAT. But Ozark would pick up a field goal. They're first to 2. Here today, they cut the lead to 3 at the half. 37 seconds left to go. A 22-yard field goal try for Sam Clark. Again, 6-3 at the half. In the fourth quarter, we saw 3 scores. First touchdown of the day for the Ozark Tigers. The only one they really needed. In the end, it was a 8-yard touchdown pass from Peyton Russell to Tegan Scott that made it 10-6 in favor of the Ozark Tigers, but Waynesville would retake the lead for a brief moment. A 1-yard touchdown run for Michael Kelsey Jr. with 4:18 left to go made it 12-10, but unfortunately it was not meant to be for Waynesville this season. A 26-yard field goal try for Sam Clark, his second field goal of the day with 26 seconds left to go, made it 13-12. Of course, Waynesville not able to get it done. Moved quite far ways down the field, got a little help from the penalty, but again, that Hail Mary did not come to pass. A quarterback sack wraps this one up. So some final thoughts on today's game. Ultimately, well, it was a good effort. It was a good try. When it's all said and done, we knew this game was going to be tough. Ozark comes from the very tough COC conference. That 1-8 record was always going to be misleading. But you know, Waynesville, they play in a very tough conference themselves. Obviously, the Ozark Conference, at least in its current incarnation, nothing to sneeze at, and maybe even next season's incarnation as well. But just a few key plays for what it takes to turn a football game.
Well, it shaped up on paper to be a close ball game, and that's exactly what it was. Credit to, give a lot of credit to the Waynesville defense. They played their hearts out tonight. They held not that Ozark scores a lot of points. They came in averaging 14 points a ball game, but they apparently went to a little bit different philosophy, at least in the first half, going to a power running game, which they were able to get some yards on. But Waynesville was able to bend but not break, and kept them out of the end zone for the most part, and he just didn't have enough on that final drive to prevent what ended up being the game-winning field goal. But I thought defensively, Waynesville put out a pretty darn good effort. They got burned a little bit on the screen pass. Need to do a little bit better job on that to recognize when that screen pass is coming. But some good tackling. They made some stops in the backfield tonight. Pursued well for the most part, and I thought did a pretty good job on the defensive side of the football. Offensively, put together one really good drive when they had to have it, starting with about 8 minutes or so to go in the ball game. Knew that was the do or die drive. They got it down, got it into the end zone. Just unfortunately, just couldn't hold them off at the end for what turned out to be the game-winning field goal. But on paper, a tight ball game. That's exactly what it was.
Yeah, ultimately, you just take a look at the offense and you say, well, what if we had just a little bit more here today? And unfortunately, that's been a bit of a recurring theme over the last few games. But the defense playing a solid game with a few hiccups. 14 points would have got it done here tonight. 2 PATs. 2 blocked PATs would have won you this football game. Sucks. But ultimately, that's just football in a nutshell there. But of course,
there are all kinds. When you go back through the video, there's all kinds of plays that coaches will see, players will see that could have gone better. And so while those are the obvious plays, there are other plays that we don't recognize that also can make a difference.
And so, of course, Waynesville's season comes to a close here, 2-8. Waynesville's final record for the season. Of course, Ozark, they've improved to 2-8 on the season themselves. They will travel to Nixa next week. Lost last week to Nixa 51-7. They'll try to do a little better this time around. Of course, Nixa undefeated on the season. They earn themselves the bye. Joplin and Kickapoo also playing next week here as well. So moving on now, how about some Domino's Pizza? Players that deliver here for you. Well, I don't know if you have any choices here, but I've got a choice, and it's been the player I've pretty much called out all season long. You know, when you score Waynesville's last 5 touchdowns on the season, it's really hard to make a case for anybody else. Michael Kelsey Jr. today, in the limited work he did, he didn't get quite as much volume today, but the volume he got, he made good on it. 61-yard touchdown run, longest run of the game, and then, of course, the 1-yard touchdown run to briefly give Waynesville the 12-10 advantage. Michael Kelsey Jr. will be a player that delivers here for me on the offensive side of the football.
Can I toss in a couple on the defensive side?
Yeah, go ahead. I mean, you're here.
Franklin Myers, inside linebacker. I thought he was outstanding tonight. He shot the gap. We saw a little bit of, in that first half especially, Santana Horta. He was crashing the defensive end spot. And Chris Scott making some good one-on-one tackles on Elliott today. So I know I named 3, but again, I mentioned the defense played well, and those were 3 that stood out.
I think I've had about 6 or 7 before, so you're all good there. But again, that's your Domino's Pizza. players that deliver. So one last thing to do. Let's check on some other areas' scores. Of course, we may not have a few finals. Scores have been hard to come by here today, but it's worth at least checking here to see if we have anything for you. Again, that Raleigh-Camdenton game has turned out to be a much closer game than I think a lot of people kind of thought it was going to be here today. So we'll go ahead and check on that. Final score in that Camdenton-Raleigh game. Unfortunately, no upset here tonight. Camdenton defeats Raleigh, but only by 3. Camdenton will probably have to pick it up a little bit in the next round there, but they do get by the Bulldogs tonight, 17-14. Washington and North Point, they are 21-13. Capital City and Battle, 13-0 there at the half. The Capital City Cavaliers up front there. Saw them in the Jamboree earlier this year. Class 5, District 6, Branson leads Glendale 24-17 at the half. Republic all over Parkview 28-0 at the half. Again, those scores are most likely final or getting there at this point, but a couple halftime scores there. Carthage defeats Smith Cotton 42-3. Raytown South leading Neosho 35-7 in the fourth quarter. At the half in Class 4, District 6, Rogersville leading Hillcrest, but only by 1, 7-6 at the half. Of course, Hillcrest picking up their first win over Parkview last week, probably riding a little bit of the high off of that win, so we'll see if Hillcrest can get it done. Those two teams headed for the OMC next season, so that's a conference matchup in 2024. West Plains defeats Monette here tonight, 50-0. McDonald County all over Marshfield, 41-0. Marshfield, I believe, won more of those OMC teams for you as well. Carl Junction leads Lincoln College Prep 22-0 at the end of the third quarter there.
That's a big surprise.
There you go. That's a fun one for you. This is your district.
That's Class 4, District 7. That's a big surprise. Of course, Lincoln College Prep had to forfeit some games due to using what they call a sub-varsity player.
Half the district had to forfeit games.
Yeah, it's been entertaining, believe me. That's I'm very surprised by that score. Grandview,
no score there against Center, although apparently that one you've been able to kind of follow a little bit.
Yeah, I quit following it when it was 35-0 in the first half.
Well, who's winning?
Grandview.
There you go.
But we've known all along that Nevada we're going to be playing Grandview next week. Grandview, without their forfeitures, would have been the number 1 seed in the district.
Harrisonville taking on Southeast Kansas City, no score from that as well. That wraps up that district. Mountain Grove versus Clever, no score there. Eldon leading Buffalo 56-12. Class 3 District 6, Cassville beats Aurora 24-14. The Hound Dogs falling there, and that one, just wanted to say that one. Love that nickname, the Hound Dogs. Mount Vernon defeats Hollister 42-0. Reed Spring defeats Eaton Newton 41-0. Catholic leads Liberty 14-6 in Class 2 District 4. Forsyth, no score with Willow Springs. Stratford, though, beating Houston 35-13. Dixon, no football team. Diamond, how about Diamond? They are leading Sarcoxy 35-14 in the fourth quarter. I'm thinking about the winter already. Adrian and Stockton, no score there. No score, El Dorado Springs and Butler. No score, Miller and Haiti. And an 8-man, Jasper leads Greenfield 34-16. Those are all of the scores that we have from my source here at the moment.
Yeah, and some of those are not as you said, not updated as recently as what we would like. So that's what they were at that point. But it is kind of odd that some of the scores have been kind of slow in developing tonight. I'm not really sure why that is.
We know it's become a running gag around here that Rolla just doesn't flat out update their scores. But that game in Camdenton, usually those are the two teams that don't update. But we actually got the final here at this one.
I have 3 different sources that I work with when I'm calling games on, and usually it's that's you can get somewhere quick. But tonight it's just all been slow. So
all the good ones got buys, it seems.
Just one of those things, I guess.
So that'll of course wrap up our fall sports season. But of course we're not done for 2023. As we'll come back in a month. In fact, don't know which station quite yet, but of course it could be on 97.9, could be on 102.3, but the next time you'll hear me will be for the Frisco League basketball tournament. All set and ready to go as we start up basketball, not only the Frisco League, of course, but Waynesville boys and girls as well. But as far as I'm aware, the first thing on the schedule will be that Frisco League basketball tournament. They have the first day lined up for November 25th. And, of course, if you haven't tuned into any of that, you're going to want to. Again, every team in the Frisco League going at it. We've got lots of games coming up for about a week or so. It's a great time. Of course, myself and Gary Canance will be on the call for that one, I do believe. But, again, that'll be in just under a month or so.
Well, hopefully I'll be able to carry our family name for a while longer in the district playoffs. Nevada will be playing Grandview next week at home. Nevada's the 1 seed. Again, forfeits from Grandview and Lincoln College Prep helped out a little bit, but Nevada's still a very good football
team. Well, what is
team.
Lindbergh doing here tonight?
I don't know.
The dark horse.
I looked him up and I couldn't find it, but I don't know what your sister's doing tonight on that one. But at any rate, we'll hopefully all be able to continue on a little bit longer and deeper into November, and we'll see what happens. But been a pleasure to join you tonight, Connor. And again, you and I have both been doing this a long time now. First time we've been able to work together in this kind of capacity. I just happened to have the Friday night off, so with the first round bye. So it's been a lot of fun. Even though the game didn't go the way we hoped, I enjoyed the opportunity.
6 years professional, 14 years unofficially, and if you really want to get technical, the first time I was on the air was when I was 8 years old. So anyway, let's go ahead and wrap this one up here. I think what's been said needed to be said. For, of course, my partner Mike Harbit, I am Connor Harbit, and of course Dan back in the studio. Hope you enjoyed listening to this one. As much as I enjoy bringing it to you here tonight. Until next season, you've been listening to Waynesville Tiger Football right here on Z102.3. Good night, everybody. Be good people.
You've been listening to Waynesville Tiger Football on 102.3 FM. Our game has been brought to you by Life Care Center, Post Pawn, Action Automotive, Air Serve Heating and Air, Baymont Inn, Bates Self Storage, and Wilson Auto Works. A to Z Exterminating, A-Plus Tire and Lube, On-Site Towing and Recovery, Farmers Insurance Agent Linda Tanner, Suggy's Fashion and Beauty Supply, the Marys County Bank, Seeger Toyota, the Bank of Crocker, Memorial Chapels of Waynesville, St. Robert, and Morris Ford, Shelter Insurance Agents Dave Holland and John Gregory, Hall's Furniture, St. Robert Auto Supply, and Domino's Pizza of St. Robert. Join us this 2023 season for Waynesville Tiger Football on Friday night under the lights.